Dude. Calling everything that's happening. Yeah. So there's gonna be so much happening too.
Hey, these commentators that like know the actual names of abilities, that's not me though.
Dude, I don't
It's not gonna
know the name of the abilities either.
it's not gonna be though. And the fate of both worlds and the magnetic beat ball. Nah, it's gonna be they pop Luno, Magol gets 2. Oh my goodness. Something like that. Also Loki just got the costume coin. I have no idea what to get with this, bro. It's like all of the tank skins that you can get with it are just like not good.
I kind of like
Except for, like,
the what is it called? Venom one. But I don't know how much of a Venom player you are.
I don't really play too much Venom, TBH. Oh, I got an invite to the game. I
Yeah,
guess I
invite
can
me
just
when you
watch
can.
over. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
we can both kind of watch. I'll
Should we be in the coach or the spectator?
probably spectators.
Okay, okay. And then are you gonna be like dipping in between matches to give them help or no?
No, probably not. They got it.
Fair enough.
They got it. I trust them.
I think this team, like just because of the flexibility, might even be better than like with Dean and David.
They could be. At their peaks, Dean and David, or sorry, at his peak, David was really good. So maybe.
Wait, at them now. They better not be playing on. Better not be playing on Krakoa first map. That would be quite interesting.
A Krakoa first map would be very interesting.
I mean, usually it's just Hell's Haven.
Hey Nick, welcome to the stream. We're about to get started. Yeah, it's always Hell's Haven first. Is it going to be Krakoa this time?
I'm really curious. Actually, I don't know who gets map pick. But I think that both teams are Hell's Haven teams. So I'm interested to see if we're actually staying Krakoa. Because I feel like that's definitely not a pick that the Gators would make.
Yeah.
So it's probably the Bulldogs picking Krakoa.
Although what I will say is for Krakoa, I know Shinichi and forgive me when I pronounce names wrong, but Minjunkum, both of them are hella players. That map's very open. It would be very interesting to see the duels. But it looks like we're going to be going into Hell's Haven.
Okay. So that's about as expected. Both teams pretty good on Hell's Haven.
Yeah. I gotta get a little graphic up. Let me get a little graphic up so everybody knows the two teams that
Should get a little graphic up. Now, I'm very interested to see how this dynamic plays out because the Georgia Bulldogs did get a sweep in winners. And now this isn't going to be a best of 5. This will be a best of 7 because it is Grands. But I'm very interested to see after the experience of winners finals what the bands and saves, how that phase of the match is going to go.
Yeah, I would be very interested as well. I'm curious what Georgia will save and ban now because I know the Gators roster is just a little bit different than the last time these two teams have met.
It really is. So the substitutions that have been made is Dean TK and David No Cap are out, and Shinichi and Sabaldi, aka Smeep, are in. Shinichi is the Team Blue DPS player, and Sabaldi is notorious for flexing. Usually a tank player, but can also flex support and DPS as needed. Very helpful. Being able to sub in and just take up any role as needed.
Yeah, and what that's kind of created is the David and Dean who were subbed out for the Gators were both really good Psylocke players, really good Star-Lord players. But Shinichi has the Hela in his back pocket. He's got a Punisher in his back pocket, a Winter Soldier in his back pocket. So we're gonna probably be seeing him being able to combo more with stuff like Groot, really abuse tanks rather than bullying the backline. Sobble, on the other hand, jack of all trades, like you said. It will be interesting to see if he will be on Rocket like they put him last game, but I think he can definitely play the Loki as well.
Yes, I am very interested to see. Minjun was on commentary for the Gators' last game, and in map 3, Minjun did say on stream that they believed Dinja was a Loki one-trick. So I'm very curious to see if the Bulldogs will ban Loki.
That's very, very interesting.
ETA. Are we ready?
Yeah,
I feel like we can say Streamar.
Production. Yeah. Streamer. You know, I've heard that Dinja's actually a Jeff one trick, so we are getting some confusing information here.
We got some Shinichi fans in the chat.
We do have some. Actively cheering on their favorite player.
We'd love to be seeing that. Maybe some slight UF bias here. Looks like we'll be getting started momentarily after a brief bathroom break.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, indeed.
Now, from what I remember, is that the last time these two teams met, there was a Langston and SLB and I think Filet Minion or Salty Cola, but I believe it's Filet. They typically roll out on the triple support comp with the Mantis. SLB is a very good Mantis player. Interested to see if that's what they start on in Hell's Haven. It worked very well for them last time.
It worked very well, seeing as they have been sweeping through the playoffs thus far.
Yeah.
But I do have a question. To counter triple support, is there any sort of bans on supports that we might be expecting from the side of UF?
They could ban Mantis if they really wanted to, but they also have a very good Mantis player of themselves. So I'm actually interested to see if they try to mirror that instead of
a triple support battle would be very interesting indeed. Fights would be
fights would be so
eons.
Very long. Everybody's invincible for 3 million years. But it looks like we are, and we are going to be going into this very shortly.
We said, okay, yeah. So we are on Hydra Base, no longer on Krakoa. That would be...
Rakurin likes to play the Groot and the Strange. Now, Strange isn't really worth a ban, but I'm very interested to see if they try to save Groot early here in the ban phase.
Groot is very notorious for being very good on domination maps, being able to control the pace of brawl-type fights, and just get huge value with the walls, cutting off the narrow sight lines of close quarters domination maps. Getting into the ban phase, looks like the Gators get the first ban.
Very interested to see what they ban. I like I said, I think Dinja is a Jeff one trick. You see her locking it early here.
Indeed,
Ooh,
indeed. Banning Hawkeye.
They're very scared of Min Junkmans. I can never say his name. I'm gonna say Min.
Yeah, we could say Min. But Hawkeye is the only character, when non-damage boosted, able to one-shot characters. So it's no surprise that if they run triple support, the Bulldogs run triple support around a carry DPS player, that the Gators want to ban the one character able to one-shot the roster.
Now they're going to be saving Hela here, even after banning Torch. They must really want Min to be able to play Hela here. There's the Groot ban. they do end up banning out Hulk. Now, Storm Shadow is a very good Hulk player. If I had to guess, UF is probably going to be rolling out on an Emma Magneto comp. It looks like Georgia is going to be also leaning towards that Mantis triple support that we were mentioning earlier.
Mm-hmm. And it's good. It's interesting to see that they ban Torch first, because I believe, if I'm recalling correctly, in Winner's side, they left Torch open game 1. So after seeing in the Winner's side that the Gators are capable of running Torch, they're using that knowledge, getting that character out of there. But then that also means Gators able to save Loki. As we all know, the Loki one-tricks are abundant at UF.
They do ban Rocket. Don't really want to see that Rocket pun. They save Emma, as I mentioned before. It looks like they're going to be running out on the Mag Emma composition. Ooh, and they ban Wolverine as well.
Banning Wolverine is interesting in the absence of Groot. Not too sure what the Bulldogs are thinking there, but we do see that they're maybe thinking about a Strange. In which case, I do see the value in banning Wolverine.
Looks like... Oh man, both teams are flipping on and off characters here. We'll have to wait to see when the...
I don't want to say too much before these spawn doors roll down.
Yeah.
As we say, didn't Dinge on the Jeff. Maybe they are Jeff one train.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I'd like to say that the Bulldogs have finalized their comp. Looks like they'll be going out on... Oh my goodness. As soon as I say that, they go onto Loki. The Squirrel Girl for them worked really well last time. And if the UF does end up rolling out on lots of tanks, it's going to be very strong.
Indeed. I think Minjun was on commentary last game, and they said they thought that Squirrel Girl is a top 3 character in this game. Quite the hot take, but it looks like they're going to portal to point, take some maybe high ground positioning early here, and that would work really well with the Squirrel Girl.
But they green! But they green! They won't have green early in the fight. The Loki has used his runes.
Interesting, but they do take the high ground positioning ahead or earlier than the Gators. The Gators are walking high ground to contest the Squirrel Girl. Backing him up as Sobble D goes down.
And I would say he just went a little bit too fast there. I needed to wait it out just a little bit, get his shift, and run in there like that. But for now, a swift win for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, absolutely. This Squirrel Girl putting in absolute work. They almost have ult. They do have ult already.
Oh my goodness. UF already kind of struggling. This high ground for the Gators. Sorry, for Georgia. Oh, and there goes the Squirrel.
He's out. Not getting anything. Not being broken yet either. Okay, now being broken. But with the pressure,
man.
get 3.
4. Oh, man. UF falls over and a swift win for Georgia.
Wow. Off the back of one ult, they create enough pressure to get in, force mistakes.
A quick swap to the Storm. I absolutely love that for UF. They are triple support.
Yeah, just looking to try and mirror and just basically saying, hey, this Storm, it's going to be hard to hit with the Squirrel Girl. But it looks like they're going to... Looks like the Gators Loki ult. Fate of Both Worlds coming out with the Mantis ult still in play. The
Bulldogs are doing a good job of holding their ground, not being too fast. Another Squirrel ult comes out. Oh my. I mean, there's another support ult though.
Important to note that Langston still has ult. The Sobble D also still has ult on the Invisible Woman.
And Salty-Cola with the huge Emma ult here. Everybody is hypnotized. It doesn't exactly connect with anybody yet. The Gators are very much... Oh man, the Bulldogs were a little pushed forward there. Salty-Cola ends up going down.
Yeah, the Gators
are one tank. Gators are sitting on 4 different ultimates. Another Squirrel Girl ult. An absolutely massive Strange ult. Oh no, and there goes the Invisible Woman ult. There goes Storm. This is looking like an easy map for Georgia. Oh, but there's 2. There's 2 for UF. Here comes the Mantis ult though.
The Sorcerer Supreme leaves
Me.
Getting the Mantis. I mean, this is not over for the Gators. They might be getting possession here. They get another pick. Backing them up.
Very big. Looks like UF will actually end up taking this.
They will take it back.
And guess what? They also have an ultimate advantage. They have Luna, Loki, and Stormwolf coming up. Guess what? I think you guys can guess it, but the Georgia Bulldogs have another Squirgle ult.
This Squirgle getting insane damage. Holding tab for a second. He has 15,000 damage.
Oh my goodness.
It is a
Absolutely
ludicrous.
ridiculous.
Not even fully done.
To put on a show.
Looks like the Gators are going to commit
Oh, they
early
can't
here.
lose.
Loki ult and the Storm
Ready
ults.
to put on a show.
Fate of Both Worlds comes out. I'm going to
Would I like to see the damage boost on that? Oh, there comes the squirrels.
Oh, the squirrels.
The
getting
squirrels
Sobble
get
D
two.
and PG.
We've got to shoot them, UF. Gotta
The
put
Gators
them
are
down.
gonna they're going to commit the Luna ult to maybe just get something going. And the meatball.
Oh,
And
what
the
a grab!
On the string. Oh my goodness, what a grab. Minjon able to get a kill on Sobble D though. Shinichi going to the Strange to pull
Big
back.
Emma. Oh, and he copies the Strange. Oh, devastating. Devastating. If that was a support ult, they could have possibly flipped that. A great TP placement as well, is that he put it in Georgia Bulldogs choke so that they couldn't heal properly. It looks like it's going to be last fight. Going to be interested to see what Georgia likes to do here. They do have TP up for a quick recontest. Looking like they're going to have Mantis, Emma, and Strange ult here. 52 another Squirgle ult, so they'll probably have that one too.
Just see a little bit
Early
of
high ground control.
Interested to see which team is able to force out the ults from the other
Oh,
team
and the
first. But
Squirrel goes
Shinichi gets a
down.
pick.
Oh
my
no.
God. Huge pick on the Squirgle as if Georgia loses their main damage dealer. They have to walk though, committing the Mantis ult early. Sobble D committing back.
Oh, and the Strange ult is up. Let's see what he can do with it. He's definitely looking for it. There goes his shield though. Oh, and Digis able to get off yet another support ultimate.
Emma ult goes up.
Let's see if he's able to commit this Strange ult. He isn't dead yet, so they can't TP back. If Caesar has diamond form here, I wonder if he's going to be able to choke slam.
by the eye of Agamotto.
He's
Oh,
not.
and there it is.
Oh, he does late. Oh, but they still get two.
They do still get 2, and they get 3,
Shinichi
they get
alive,
4.
no
Oh, and it looks like map 1 is going to end up going to the Georgia Bulldogs. They do end up committing a Loki copy there, so they won't have that for next fight. Or next map, I should say. But
Yeah, and they do not get a recontest. Georgia Bulldogs winning a very tense 99 to 99% domination. Point one.
I thought that was a very even match. It came down to just the final picks at the end. You can see Sobble at 50%, Storm at 91, Caesar at 87, Nate at 61. They were all kind of close to getting their ultimates back online, but Bulldogs were just able to get them off first, and that's probably because they were able to capture first. On these domination maps, you really want to be able to capture first, and because their Strange is going to be portaling yet again, I would believe, to the high ground on this map as well, UF is going to be having to dig themselves out of a
I
hole.
will fight for it.
And I just want to point out very quickly here,
Battle starts.
Minjun got 20,000 damage in 1 point. No glaze, but
My
that is
goodness.
a ridiculous number. That is
Absolutely ridiculous.
To the mission area.
We're
But it
going to
is
see the
interesting.
Iron Man here, which is a,
Iron Man.
I like that into the Squirgle though. They do end up
It looks like
portaling.
with the Iron Man, they do go to the standard 2-2-2, not trying to mirror the triple support anymore, as they felt that maybe they were a bit lacking since they lost first point. Now the Iron Man is raining down bullets from very far
I think
away.
it's really messing up Georgia. They're like, hey, there's an Iron Man over here, but everybody else is above them. They have
Yeah, the
superior
Gators just
positioning right now.
surrounding them.
We are undefeated.
Absolutely, and they're forced to commit early with the ult, but then the magnetic meatball comes out, not getting anybody. Maybe blocked, maybe not.
Oh, Shinichi
Salticola
goes down for UF.
Getting Shinichi, getting that crucial first pick. It looks like they will lose the point. but still committing here. Going in, forcing the Luna ult. Maximum Pulse comes out.
And it gets the score goal.
Oh my goodness. Maybe winnable, even though they're still
Oh,
down
but Dinja
one.
goes down.
Dinja goes down.
They
Still
commit
going
yet
to commit,
another
though, with
support
the
ult here. The
Bulldogs
Loki is
don't have
looking
a
for
support ult
something
to
on
commit
point.
back.
Oh, and Loki was not able to get his copy off. Or
Wow.
no, he didn't even have copy.
I think he was just going for a contestant.
Another
of
pick
some
for
kind,
UF.
maybe, but they need to get this control pretty
Dude,
fast.
they've committed so much
do,
here.
yeah.
They absolutely need to get this control. They do end up taking it.
They do take it, but 46% from the side of the Bulldogs able to stall that out so much.
Caesar looks to be going back to spawn here. Must be thinking that something else needs to be played. Oh, nope, he's going
Nope,
back.
he's going back.
Oh man, you know what I need to watch right now? Some Squirrel Girl gameplay. Let's see how he's building his ult so fast.
This is true. This is true. He has another one. He's getting his ult ridiculously fast.
And they put Snowflake on him too, so he's able to play a little bit more aggressively as well.
We're walking on the low ground here, letting the Gators take the positioning above them, not wanting
Yeah,
to
but they
contest
do need to touch.
committing early with the Mantis ult.
Ready to put on a show.
They end up connecting to
my
Caesar.
goodness. Got Caesar. But Dangerous Copy still on. Shinichi's ult goes up. The score goal ult on point. Not getting shot. And then Langston pops his
Oh,
ult
but
on
there it
Mantis.
goes.
They're up in the support ults right now. And the Gators look to be getting backed up.
Yeah, but
Bulldogs
the
commit Emma ults.
Salty Cola with the Emma ult. Sobble is on point still, desperately trying to stay alive, preventing a flip, but it does end up coming through. A pick on the Langston though. Oh, but
It just doesn't appear to be.
the Bulldogs
Enough.
have absolute full control of this one.
Yeah.
They are out of ults though, only hanging on to that Luna ult where the Gators are sitting atop 3, almost 4 ultimate abilities.
I need assistance.
Interested to
knows-
see how this fight plays out.
Very interested. Now, if I was the Bulldogs, I mean, I don't know how I would navigate this fight. Maybe it's just a forced loss here, as they only have one ult available. Probably
Yeah.
looking to get into the poking. We see Caesar taking an aggressive, like, top position. We see the entire Gators team going top, but Loki runes burned early. They won't have
Oh,
that
the
available for the
Squirrel.
fight.
Here comes the Hypnotize. It gets 2!
It's the
gets
Loki!
I am ready to put on a show.
Oh, but the Luna ult is able to come out. Another Squirrel Girl ult comes out. Oh my goodness. They kill it though. It's ready to that. No, it's come back.
Come back!
We have to keep fighting until we have
The Gators are up like 3 people, but the Bulldogs remain in control at this point. No, but they will end up slowly shifting down, and they will get the point back. But one more fight lost, and the Bulldogs will be taking this map.
It looks like another 99-99 game.
I know, what a Tens Grand Finals game 1.
Very intense.
I'm excited. Now, ult economy looks to be about even, to be honest, but with one offensive ult and one defensive ult for the side of the Bulldogs in the Strange ult and the Luna ult. Looks like they're going for a TP play to contest the high ground. Almost beating the Iron Man. The Iron Man ult, but they get...
Oh, they were able to
Wow.
get their Luna.
Wow, even
Still
through the
Luna ult on point.
even copy.
Oh,
Wow,
but
that's gonna be-
but 2 go down for the Bulldogs. A third. They don't have TP. They can't touch. And it looks like Mach 2 will be going into UF's favor. They do end up popping up the Hell ult. They won't be able to have that for next round, but they do end up securing Map 2. And it's all going
Wow.
to end up on Map 3 of Hell's Haven. It's going to be the inside map, the one that moves. Hopefully we get a cinematic moving moment on the frozen airfield.
Wow. The Gators able to... They got first pick there through the Strange ult, through the Luna ult, but then able to just get a counter pick of their own, converting it into 2, converting it into just the entire point.
Now
Well done by the
Minjukman
side.
is now on the Hella.
30
Caesar's still on the
seconds.
Iron Man.
Get
So
ready.
they are off the Squirrel Girl. Maybe that pressure off the tanks and onto the Iron Man will allow UF's tanks to be able to play a little bit better. But I do worry for Caesar's life, honestly.
Yes, I think that we might be seeing fight 1 go to the side of the Bulldogs if Minjun can pick off the Iron Man. But then if that happens, I think we might be seeing
The battle starts in
we
five,
might be seeing a triple
4,
support meter, triple tank. I'm not sure entirely, but we will see as we get into map or point 3.
area.
I think UF is going to have to make some plays here. Bulldogs
Oh, wait,
have
Teacher
3
swapped
support
already.
ults. He did switch last second to
I
Mantis.
think they knew.
They did.
Wow, they're going triple support. It's literally a triple support mirror battle of the Hellas. This is going to be so interesting to see how they play it out. I'm gonna take a hop over
Looks like
to-
UF is going to be taking the high ground early here.
Shinichi appears to be off-angling a little bit here without the snowflake from Luna too.
Looks like the mission is
Taking a bit of an aggressive
capture now.
flank here.
Ooh, can't give up.
Luna, yeah.
Oh,
Solid lead,
Luna
dropping
ult
down.
forced fast. That's really good for UF. They need to just stay alive here. Hopefully build a support ult of their own. But Sabo goes down.
Goes down.
They do end up have to give it up, and it looks like Shinichi's under extreme duress as well. He goes down as
Yeah.
well. Looks like a early
Stunning
fight
kick.
loss for UF.
Yeah, I think it was just the Bulldogs able to get control of the central natural cover so early, forcing Sabal D to be the only one to drop and then converging to get that kill was just so important.
I would
Crucial
have
for
loved
them
to see
take that
if
fight.
Shinichi was going to go on off angle. I would have loved to see him go a little bit
Oh, Caesar
farther
getting
away.
hit
Oh
from
man,
neutral.
a snowball
Oh,
into Caesar. He's going to be able to come back, but for now, UF has to wait. And the time keeps on ticking for the Bulldogs.
As they approach maybe 50% territory as we try to get against this here.
Looks like
Aside
we're going to
from
be
Gator.
a big ultimate fight here for both teams. Oh, both teams almost
Yeah,
have
wow.
5 ultimates online.
Let's see. All right, looks like
Starting
they're going
off
to
the
commit with the Mantis ult. Both Mantis ults out. Lyson so close to dying.
Oh my god! And they end up getting the kill.
They pick Minchon. They use the copy. And
Oh, but the map moved! Oh, there it is. Saved.
oh my god. Wait, but they still have the strange ult. Interested to see. He might be looking for it after Luna comes down here.
By the eye
He does.
No, but it's stunned! It's stunned by a snowball!
Stop! Oh my god. And then they come in with the Luna ult to ensure that they win this fight. Absolutely just backing down the Bulldogs.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And they
get
gave
the
it up.
map. Get the points. Wow.
Oh man, UF looking hungry. They smell blood.
Wow, and they just push the
Oh,
advantage so
Caesar
hard.
with the
They're getting
3K there.
Dang. Wow. That was a well-executed team fight.
Absolutely. I
They
would like.
went in first with the Mantis ult and the Emma ult, but they were able to get the crucial pick on Minjump, the only DPS on the side of the Bull, able to get that crucial first pick, and then they snowballed it to the win. Well done.
I am ready to put on
Stun on the
a
strange
Bulldogs
side is
hitting with the Luna
absolutely
ult.
massive.
The mag ult, the dunk. Let's see if
Oh,
it
but
gets
the
anybody.
greens come out. Would have loved to
Watch
see.
on the-
eye of Agamotto.
What is
Oh,
your happening
another
right now?
Emma
So many
ult
ults coming
already?
out.
Oh, he hypnotizes 2! There's 2 kills for UF!
Oh my god. So many ults committed, but at the end, the Gators coming out on top again.
Yo, but that was a 2-for-1 for the Gators. They only used 1 ultimate to counter 2. Actually, no, they did use the Magneto
There's still an
ult.
advantage. There's still an advantage
There is
here.
a humongous ultimate advantage coming to this last fight.
I think crucially there, Storm Shadow using the Magneto ult not to kill the active Luna ult, but to burn the Hela ult quickly, not allowing them to give it value, allowing them to save that Mantis ult. Again, another well-executed ultimate team fight.
Saba looking to build charge early here. Still has the diamond form in his back pocket. Oh man, the Gators have 5 ultimate abilities online, I should say. An early pick onto the Loki.
Oh my goodness.
And a grab onto the
The Loki
Strange.
of all
The bubble
things.
comes out. They Mantis
They
ult
have
in.
Mantis ult.
The counter
They don't
Mantis
have a
ult.
Luna ult after this. We'll see how this goes, but I think if the Gators can just stall out, end up taking this. We'll see. The Mag has to walk. Mag ult coming out. Not getting anybody. The Hell ult coming out. But the Loki's back. The copy. With the Luna ult. They can go back with
The
the
Mantis
defense.
goes
Luna ult.
down. And there goes the Strange.
Oh my
The Hela
goodness.
looks to be in a dire position as well.
Mag ult coming out. The Hell going out. They have
The Loki ult.
extra Loki.
Oh, they were just able to get that off in time.
Big
Now-
zoning ult. They're sprawling. Gators doing
Looks like
everything
they're
they can.
TPing back. The Gators do have to
We're
account for
gonna
this.
stop with just walking on the Loki, killing him. The Luna solo as well.
Moon's coming out for the Gators.
They are up 1. They're up
Mantis
2.
goes down.
They have no support.
Up 3,
Up 3. Can they close
4,
it out?
5.
Strange. They
And
win.
there it is.
Map 1.
Map 1 does end up going to UF. Oh, man, Min gave it his all with 32,000 damage at the
Oh
very
my
end.
goodness. But I think taking a look at the scoreboard here, the tanks from the side of the Gators. I mean, obviously,
Absolutely bench pressing, quite frankly.
what was that? 18 final hits for Storm Shadow
On
there?
a Magneto? Man.
On Mag? Wow.
When did he get a 5K? Did you notice that? I feel so bad for not noticing it. 2 deaths as well. Absolutely huge plays coming out from Storm Shadow.
Wow. And after a very close .1, the Gators just got into a lot of repeated ultimate team fights where they seem just a little bit more coordinated, able to get the first pick through the ults, and then able to convert that to the map win.
Interested to see where the Bulldogs go from here. I believe the next map choice is Convergence. It's either Convergence or Payload. I don't quite remember. But they
I
do
don't
like
agree,
the
but-
triple support comp. I think they're gonna keep sticking to it. I think they're gonna. I think an adjustment that could be made is if they're going to be playing the Strange. I do think they have to ban the ammo. And it is Convoy. They are going to choose Yggdrasil Path, a very open map, a map that's actually very good for flyers. And here we go. Alright, ban phase is up. UF gets the first one, and there goes the Hawkeye. I think that's what they're going to be sticking to. Now, last time these two teams faced, the Bulldogs did end up pulling out the Groot, and they absolutely dominated this map by playing it. I wonder if that's what they're going to be going to again. They banned Torch first last time. Let's see if they do it again. There's the Emma ban I just mentioned. I wonder if they save the Hela as well. I don't believe they will. They save Raccoon. Looks like they're trying to go for some sort of Rocket Punisher angle. With Emma banned, I wonder if UF will try to save Hulk here. Emma being one of the biggest Hulk counters in the game, they do end up saving Torch. Looks like that's what they're going to play towards this map. A good ban here for the Bulldogs would be Sue. As we all know, the Human Torch has a team up with Sue. Removing that team up really, really hampers how much a Torch can do, how much he can run your lobbies. And there goes the Hela. So they're really going to be leaning into this Torch. Again, as I mentioned, this map, great for flyers. No Hela means no killing the flyers. Although they do have the Rocket, they do end up banning the Hulk, Storm Shadow's main character. Looks like he might be playing the Wolverine, though, as long as the Groot is still in the game. Interested to see what the Bulldogs save here. That's the Mantis yet again. They love that triple support comp. Absolutely. Do they save Loki again like they did last time? Or will they just look to save something else here from the side of UF? They save Sue. As I mentioned earlier, that would have been a great ban for the Bulldogs. They ended up leaning towards the Hulk, scared of what Storm Shadow could possibly do. curious to see if the Bulldogs lean towards banning Magneto as their final ban. Oh, but there's the Punisher. So probably not. Okay, that's humongous for UF. Bulldogs saving the Rocket, making sure that the infinite ammo can't be in the game. Now, with Wolverine and Punisher infinite ammo
The right
banned,
heroes could make
I'd
all
love
the
to see a
difference.
team go Groot. Those are his two biggest counters in the game outside of possibly Bucky Hook. As I said before, this map is very good for flyers. Bulldogs leaning towards the Storm. I'd love to see that from them. UF will be starting with their Human Torch.
Be your best self.
Let's end this quick.
All right, I have returned.
Becoming
I caught the
Welcome
very
back.
end of the ban
Stay
phase,
strong.
and it's interesting that the Bulldogs prioritize banning the Emma over the Torch. I'm interested to see how that dynamic's going to play out, because I don't believe anyone on the side of Georgia plays the Torch. So we're going to see a Torch versus a not Torch team composition.
Enemies
Yeah,
better
I
beware.
thought it was also interesting the save for the Mantis when they also saved Rocket. I know they really like the Mantis and they want to keep playing it, but I wonder if that was really what they should have gone with there.
I know, I mean, the other team saves Torch, but then the Bulldogs don't save the common responses to Torch, and the Gators are able to ban Hawkeye, a very potent one-shot character, and then both hit scans available in the game. So I'm gonna take a look at this Torch POV real quick. This is just
They also end
raining
up
fire.
banning Wolverine, and they do not run the Groot. Let's see if they go to regret that. But early on here, oh, missed hook from Shinichi. The
I do like,
Gators
however,
are
that
steadily pushing them back.
But yeah, they're just able to take so much space with the combo of the Groot and the Torch.
The pressure that
Without
it's
a
putting out, overwhelming.
Overwhelming
walled off
indeed.
here.
They're just so grouped up, but then the Torch and the Groot able to just get so much value. It looks like the Strange is contesting high ground, but not able to do anything. Oh, but
Shinichi goes down, and an
an
early Stormal already. Oh, but the shield up
Big
comes out,
back.
and they are walled off. Forces a
Looks
Mantis
like we're
ult.
getting into a team fight, an ultimate team fight here. Or maybe the Gators are just back.
Well, the Groot is ready.
They did just get a 2-for-1 trade, getting out the Mantis ult after surviving through the Storm ult. So there will be an ult advantage here. Already have 3 up.
I'd love to
Nate's
see
coming
a
on.
mag bomb combo from the side of UF.
Looks like that is coming out right now. The Strange Shield going up.
Oh, but they have to kill that Rocket
these are
ult.
not
Rocket ult
able-
is down, not able to connect with both of those ultimates committed. Strange looking for ult here, top right.
Looking for it, not able to get it though. He's getting backed up. Still maybe looking for it though. With Emma out of the game, there's not really much the Gators can do to stop the Strange ult. Might be looking at just damage control, but they're going first. They're committing first. And
Shinichi goes down.
Once ult come out. Oh, Shinichi goes down.
One of the biggest things that I talked about during the ban phase. Oh, Nate does get a pick on
Oh,
Storm.
shoot, right. Oh, but instantly res.
And
They
the
go
Gators
in
are
with
tempoing.
Luna ult.
Now that Mantis ult will actually run out after the Luna ult. Or before
And
the Luna
Minchon
ult
has
runs out.
another ult. This guy gets ult so fast.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is ridiculous.
By the eye.
They do have dangerous ult. Oh, they tried to
Oh, and a
only
humongous
two
combo
ults.
there. Strange, wow, he plus the Storm ult absolutely obliterates their supports through the massive amount
They
of healing
use
it
the
provides.
Strange ult to make the Gators take double damage and then able to utilize the burst of the fully charged Strange E with the combo of the Storm ult to one-shot through the support ult.
Absolutely massive from the side of the Bulldogs. Now, one thing I did
Wow.
mention during the ban phase was I would like to see them ban Emma. Because they do love to run this Strange, and that seems to be really paying off for the side of the Bulldogs so far.
Absolutely. I mean, Minchon has 2 ults so far, maybe not as fast as the Squirrel, but still.
Man,
getting
obviously Storm has
insane
not
value.
played Fortnite too much here. Just saw what he tried. If you just saw what he tried to do,
I did not, but Storm does have an ult. Curious to see if he's going to save, because Magneto ult coming online. He might go for another chance at the mag dunk combo. It looks like they might be doing that. Committing now. They do.
And they keep trying to do it, but they're not getting the strange shield out first. They were sustaining just fine there, but when they commit all those ultimates like that, you need to make sure that one of the shields are down so that you can actually hit that combo.
Interesting to see Shinichi actually mirroring the storm here.
It looks like they're going to be going for
Or
a
Vortex.
fire tornado play here.
And the Magneto all coming out. from
But do they
Caesar.
touch?
Look at that. Oh! Almost killing the Luna.
Oh, they almost do not touch. End up touching last second. Here comes the hurricane. Oh, but Nate is down. They can't do the fire tornado. There's two though for the side of the UF.
But then Minjun's all coming out.
Oh, huge clutch plays down the stretch for UF.
Are they able to get it again? No, they're still not able to combo off of it. And Gators with the ultimate is backing him down. Minjun getting
Storm
a kill.
absolutely whipping the competition.
Oh my goodness. The Gators, at the end of it all, able to maybe take the first point. I don't know if they're trying to portal back, but I don't think they'll be able to portal back in time. Gators able to take the first point here.
Man, a nail biter. Are all these matches just going to be nail biters overtime? Oh my goodness. These teams seem
This is
very, very
grand
evenly
final.
matched. Yes.
Very exciting that we're getting such even gameplay off the bat already.
Very even ult advantage for both teams here.
We are
Oh, and it looks like the
Committing
Bulldogs
early
are
with the
leading
Mantis
to
ult.
Mantis ult. They
Oh,
do end up
committing
shielding up,
early.
but not before Shinichi goes down. On Bright like a star, the Torch is using his ultimates. The fire tornadoes are on the field.
till Yggdrasil.
Bulldog Strange lost the majority of that ultimate, actually. Not able to get as much value as I think they would have liked to on the side of the UF. Storm coming off the heels. Not able to secure the kill. Looking for Agamotto. He absolutely kills it. 3 hits.
Oh my god! Oh my god, only
The rocket ult was able to get placed, and they do end up resing the Storm. So an even 66 here. UF has to be careful not to overcommit. And there goes Shinichi.
Oh wow.
There goes
Getting
Storm.
back down, there goes Storm. And the Gators just getting absolutely backed up. It is very good. It's very cool to see how the Bulldogs saving the rocket, and even in the absence of Punisher, just being able to res Minjun, their DPS, even if he goes down early, and then being able to flip the fight off the back of res. Very cool to see that they're utilizing this save so well. And then them committing early with the Storm ult. The Gators do have the Strange ult.
Oh, they try to go for the same combo that they hit before. Unable to connect.
Not able to do it, so they have to use the Luna ult on top of the Mantis ult. The dunk coming out? Is he gonna get anybody?
Doesn't end up
to be-
connecting. And now he's in a very vulnerable position. Shinichi committing his Storm ult. He gets 1, gets 2.
Into the chaos.
Looks like
Gators,
the UF is in a very good position here
Dang
to
it.
finally secure this payload.
30 seconds.
but on this point, they will. The Georgia Bulldogs will probably be able to get another contest here, another fight, where this point is finished.
One of the strongest parts about this point is the choke points. Very hard to retake because a character like Torch can just spam fire on the chokes. It makes it very hard to come out just like
They picked
that.
the Mantis early.
There's a
Oh, but
Mantis
the Mantis
pick.
getting res, but then no res beacon. So they're able to take out Minjun.
Here comes the Supernova. Absolutely destroys the Mantis, the rocket ult. It's now cutting off the choke for the side of the Bulldogs. Here comes the Strange
Oh my
ult.
god. Oh my god. Oh. The Strange ult. Able to take
Triple
out the
kill
supports
for
and then
Nate
just
Step.
cleaning up off the back of it. Full team wipe for the side of the Gators. And once again, in overtime, able to capitalize and take the point.
Man, every single one of these points have just been nail biters this series. Now,
Absolutely.
all that the Gators need to do is possibly get off a fire tornado. I wonder if they're going to be able to do that at this point. I'm sure we'll see it again on defense. A little bit of an early E here for their Torch. Looks like the Bulldogs are taking advantage of that, rapidly taking space here. Ooh, a Storm ult on the side of the Bulldogs. Will they try to the Strange combo yet again? Don't quite have it. There goes Ninja.
No.
One support dead.
Gators
Storm goes
didn't have
down.
a
The damage has been done.
response. Yeah, that is one of the fights where I think it is just Raps because they committed an offensive DPS ultimate and you just have no response.
Absolutely. One of the best ones when you have no response as well.
And props to the Bulldogs recognizing that, going in and just getting the team fight.
Yeah.
Now the Gators only have 30 seconds to walk this point all the way to
Man.
the end, but the Magor coming
An
out.
aggressive
again.
Maggot here. Connects to the rocket. No res beacon available. Here comes the Mantis ult.
By the eye
The,
of Agamotto.
the Strange ult as well. Connects
Luna.
with Nate Step. He's out.
Oh, did you get Nate? Oh, but they're going main with the... They don't have the Torch combo, but still with the Storm ult. Forcing the Luna ult.
One is killed
Oh, but
through.
the
The Maggot
rocket
does not
back, able to
connect. Then just able to get that Invisible Woman ult off. The Rocket ult needs to go down. Huge Strange ult from the side of UF. Kills the Storm.
Oh, I think it's a Storm. Bulldogs now, their main damage dealer gone. You would like to see the Gators going up and making space off of this. Their Strange contesting our Torch. Not gonna be able to get picked though. They keep working the cart. They have the Torch ult. You can see when they'll use it. They'll use it immediately.
Oh, but a
And again,
Storm
we won't
ult on the
respond.
side of the Bulldogs. Can this get enough value? Connects with one.
Couple of the ends up going down, but they keep
Connects
Danger
with
up.
two. It does
They kill
cost him his life though. Able to kite the Strange ult. UF is.
They goes down, but Danger stays alive. A little bit of a 3v3 action going on right now as they try to push Danger. Staying alive with the shield, not so much anymore. And with no DPS or no supports on the side of the Gators, they will
By
fall.
the eye of Agamotto.
But maybe the Strange ult trying to do something.
No, I don't think it quite connected. Two shields in Storm's face. A rocket ult has just been put down, and even though we're gathering around as friends, it looks like the Gators won't be able to push it all the way to the end. I think at the end of the day, you have to look at the amazing hold that the Bulldogs had on first point.
You'll need a top-notch team to win.
Absolutely, just setting the tone and forcing the Gators to play overtime every fight, trying to get these points capped.
Love to see the Storm Torch combo at least once this game. I need to see a giant fire tornado tearing them up.
I think it would also really benefit UF to do that because they're running into triple support, but the Fire Tornado can kill through support ults.
At worst case, it does at least get two support ults out, because that's how many you would have to commit in order to counter the fire tornado.
30
Taking a look at the
seconds before you
scoreboard
attack.
here. Wow.
Get ready.
Again, Minjun, 12 final hits on 18 eliminations, 25. I think the big key point there is just the 12 final hits, because Shinichi almost matching the damage on the Storm, but only with half as many final hits.
I mean, that's just what you're going to see, right? He's doing his job. He has three supports absolutely pocketing his butt off.
4, 3,
And man, he's making use of every single heal, every single damage boost that he gets.
help get that vehicle to its destination.
Interested to see if the Gators can get that final hit count up as the Bulldogs start walking up here. Aggressively taking space early. The Gators backing up to the corner.
I think Torch here is going to be key. Making those fire squares, denying space.
Let's go fire square there.
Georgia early contesting this top or this high ground. That's very crucial for this first point.
Yeah, really disciplined there, just maintaining this control. But now, three people. The Strange is still kept alive on this height, and Storm Shadow is actually the one to get back down. Danger 1 HP as well, super low. The Bulldogs just absolutely just pushing back the Gators right now.
Shinichi
Honestly.
is coming up on an ult, and the Gators do get one. Here comes the Mantis ult. Salty-Cola is rezzed. The Gators able to survive that Mantis ult. Here comes the Luna ult. Oh, but they do end up committing two
Double buff to
supports.
support ults.
Oh, man.
And with only 2 supports on the side of the Gators, they have no response to this ult as the Luna ult ends. Oh, but they're able to keep up the Luna. Oh my
They're
goodness.
able to stay alive. Now there's a Storm in there.
Going for a contest.
A
The Strange ult comes
humongous
out.
ult from Storm Shadow forces out the Luna
Forces out
ult,
the Luna.
connects to the Mantis.
Oh,
But
two
Sabo and
kills on the
Shinichi on the side of UF are down.
Danger 1 HP. Nate not able to ultimate.
And with Storm
Danger
Shadow
goes down.
on that Strange, they aren't able to portal back. And it looks like this first point is going to the side of the Bulldogs. Now, what I will say is the Gators are coming up on the aforementioned Fire Tornado. I think this next fight might just go their way.
I think I would agree, as the Bulldogs have 0 support ultimates and respawn with no counter to the Fire Tornado. I think it's just a...
Now,
think
what
it's a
can
foregone
happen is that their Magneto could eat the Fire Tornadoes, but we'll see if that's what's going to be able to happen here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but all the Storm needs is 1 Fire Tornado on the ground to get Fire Tornado.
That is correct.
Oh my gosh,
and
they
the
might not
UF
even
might
need
not
it.
even
They get
need
2.
it. 3. Now, the Storm is res on the side of the Bulldogs.
But it's able to back him down.
Huge early pick. Who was it that got that?
I believe it was Nate on the torch.
Humongous.
Look, but the Mantis Caesar getting a nice stagger
Another
there.
another snowball. And that's really going to be crucial here because anytime they want, UF can pull out the Fire Tornado.
Exactly. And the Bulldogs are coming up on someone.
Oh,
No,
but
Nate goes
Inkstep
down.
goes down.
No,
They
Rocket,
don't
he
have
doesn't
that
get
combo.
reds. Someone not available.
Really
Pressing
good
the
kite.
advantage with
Really good kite from the side of UF. The rocket roll comes out, but it gets absolutely no value as UF just backs all the way up, knowing that they can't take that fight. Down 1. A Magneto ult from the side.
From a downtown dunk, not able to connect. Minjun Storm ult. He's Storm ult!
It's a counter Storm ult to the Storm ult.
Oh my gosh. Like you said, the Magneto ult coming out for the Torch ult, but oh my goodness, the Luna ult committed late.
I'm ready to put on a show.
But the Strange ult coming out forces the Luna ult. Absolute scramble situation, but with the Gators down 2.
It doesn't look very good from the side of the Gators. The Agamotto
Oh,
connects with
wow.
both supports on the side of the Gators, and there it
And
goes.
with Storm Shadow being the last one to go down, they have no TP and no way to contest.
Yet again, the Bulldogs are going to have a ginormous time bank for this last point. Looks like a full mirror here from both sides.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep
But
Both sides
mirroring-
full mirror outside. Oh, nope, back onto the torch.
Oh wow. Under the torch, but switching the player to Shinichi and then Nate on the Mantis. So the Gators opting for, interesting to note, in this composition specifically, the Gators opting for the support ultimate of the Invisible Woman. But that means they lack the res. But crucially, Subtlety goes down, and like I was just talking about, they have no rocket res. The Gators have to back up here. Bulldogs with 3.5 minutes on the clock.
And they're almost there.
feeling fantastic.
Oh my goodness. Interested to see 2 supporters come online for the side of the Gators.
This high
have
ground
to get a
control
contest
from
going.
UF is really good. The Mantis ult comes out, but so does the Storm ult.
Storm Shadow
The
walking the
Storm
back
and-
line. That's out the Mantis ult.
Oh, and here's the rocket ult.
So many ultimates
Have to
coming
commit the
online.
invisible.
Strange coming
The
out.
strange ult is in. A great
the
bubble,
Mantis.
but it doesn't matter.
By the eye.
Wow, their Strange ult comes
Another
through.
Agamotto.
Gets Ninja.
But the lamps were perfect, but
Oh my
Shinichi does end up going down. Mantis does get res. Sabo goes down on the side of UF. The Bulldogs are up 2 here.
I think I just heard a
Up
portal get
3.
open.
Oh, did they just pull off the spawns?
They portaled
It's
off the spawn.
absolutely over for the side of
it's
UF,
so cooked.
unfortunately.
Wow.
This map,
Wow.
too, will go to the side of the Bulldogs.
Wow, I heard I'm opening a portal, and then I was like, what are they portaling? The Bulldogs are up 2, but then portaling off the spawns. 10,000 IQ play to ensure that the Gators are able to win this map too.
Now we stand 1-1 on the series. Will UF have a response for what the Bulldogs have been doing here? They've just been running triple support with the Strange, and their Strange has been getting absolutely massive value. It might sound weird, but I wouldn't absolutely hate a ban to it.
And I think the Strange getting so much value coming off of the back of the first pick, Emma Bam.
Yeah.
Emma's such a big counter, but taking that off the table, allowing the torch, but clearly, if the Strange is active, he's just able to get so much value.
He has been hitting Strangel after Strangel after Strangel. Now that what can't get overlooked is yet again, Minjun has 41,000 damage, 17 finals hits, most damage, most eliminations in the lobby. Man,
I mean, the Bulldogs setting up a team around. Minjun had to stop his stream because it was making his see lag. Apparently, he was doing this while lagging.
You know, I would see him pause mid-team fight and it'd be like, maybe it's just the game. But that makes a lot more sense.
Wow. That was crazy to see. But the Gators able to execute their strategy, built around this solo DPS, and they're executing it to perfection right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what I will say is I think the Bulldogs are getting humongous value out of their rocket reses. Humongous. Every single time the Gators might just be having something go their way, it's immediately erased by that player coming back.
I think the rocket was just so crucial, being able to get those reses off. I mean, the Gators got so much value. They got so much value in map 1, being able to get first picks and then converting into fight wins. But with the rocket, the Gators could get the first pick, but with the res, the Bulldogs were able to turn the tide.
Yeah. Could be interesting to see how UF changes their strategy. I wonder if they're going to look for a Hulk save this time around. They didn't end up going that way, investing everything into their torch. Didn't quite work out.
Yeah, as we saw game 1, the tank line of the Gators doing such a good job on characters that the Bulldogs might not be necessarily comfortable with. But then when forced to mirror the same comp, the Bulldogs were able to get just so much value.
So next one is going to be Convergence. They can choose from the Black Panther map. What are the other ones? Central Park. And there's one other one. Clintar. All three of those maps give me nightmares.
Convergence, not a fan favorite game mode. I'm
Definitely
interested to
say
see
so.
the map that the Gators pick. I will say though that, you know, we've seen that Georgia's willing to run, and Minjun specifically willing to the Squirrel Girl, and the Gators do end up picking Central Park, where Squirrel Girl is maybe her best map.
Absolutely. That first choke, it could be very devastating for the Gators if they're not careful. And that last choke as well, especially on defense, the giant slope that you have to climb with Squirrel Girl nuts raining down on you. Ah, man.
Might be an uphill battle here if they do not ban the Squirrel Girl. But also interesting to note, I think if they don't ban the Squirrel Girl, the Bulldogs might use their first save on that Squirrel Girl. I believe Minjun is asking if you have the VODs enabled. Let's see it. Looks like we're getting into it here.
But I guess they didn't want the VODs or wanted to discuss that. That's A-okay. I'm sure they will be able to find some sort of recording of this match. I just absolutely love the music. I must say, on Central Park.
Banger music. I'm trying to find the setting for you real quick to see if VODs are. Actually, I can just check. Hold on. There's a very easy way to check. Oh, you might not have the setting turned on. Let me find that for you.
How do I get to it?
Is it channel or what?
Ban phase is coming out here. UF does get the first ban. They were tired of that rocket res as well. End up leading. But ban that rocket. Don't want to deal with it. Bulldogs are going to stick with the Emma ban so they can continue to run this strange. Now, one thing to note is you found it. What do I need to do?
Yeah. Okay. So you need to go to settings, and then navigate to the stream tab, and there should be a section called VOD settings, and you can
stream tab. Is it in match or is it under?
It's like if I'm in the browser right now, I click my profile in the top right, and then I go settings. Let me see. So it's top right settings brings you to where, and then channels and video, and then I'll take you to a different page, and then on the left hand side you hit stream. That should be a.
Come watch the
VOD
stream real
setting.
quick. Help me out with this.
I got you. Hold on. Share my screen.
Oh, here, share it. Works too.
Yeah. I'll just, yeah. Google. Okay. So let's say like in a stream, I would go
Oh, I see.
setting.
I do have VODs turned on, I'm pretty sure, but they're private. So I just have
so
to.
setting. Yeah. Channels and videos. Stream. And then VOD settings.
Okay, I got you.
So this one needs to be like you have to have this one on. Like if this one's on, then you have the VOD. And then this one publishes them.
Okay, I got you. I'll turn that on.
Okay,
All
so we
right.
missed a little bit of the ban phase.
They
but,
do end up banning the Squirrel Gold Ducky, like you said.
Oh, I also really like to see that they banned the rocket first. The Gators realizing that they're still able to get the first picks, but then with the rocket reds, they're not able to capitalize on the first pick. So banning out the rocket, I think, was a smart move.
Yeah.
Oh, also interesting to note that the Bulldogs are actually saving the Groot, not known for the Groots.
They do
They're actually
save the
saving it
Wolverine
here.
on the side of the Gators, though, so I'm not sure how much that's going to be able to be played. Do
Oh,
ban
but
the
they
Loki.
banned Danger's one-trick Loki. Shaking my head.
Now, Bracurin is already on the Penny Park Arch. Curious to see if he sticks with that. I believe they are defense first. Yes, they are. Penny on this first point is extremely oppressive. One of the best Penny maps, if not the best Penny point in the entire game.
Yeah, it looks like Storm Shadow locking in the Wolverine. Wolverine not into Groot, sometimes considered a pick, but might indeed, in this case, force the Penny to...
It could force the Penny to swap. I would say that is a very neutral battle between the Wolverine and the Penny. If you can catch him out,
They'll be coming in 30
man, that
seconds.
Penny's going to
Stay
die.
strong.
But it's going to be very interesting because the Bulldogs don't have a lot of wall break here, and the Gators are rolling out on the Groot.
My powers rarely allow me to go.
Oh, wow, I don't know if you're spectating the Penny,
Then
but
we play
I
more
saw
seconds.
Caesar inside the Gators. I was playing comp with him, and that Penny spot is like almost impenetrable.
The battle starts in
It's
5.
absolute cancer. I use it as well whenever I'm on this map, quite
It
frankly.
is unbreakable. So interesting to see how the Gators are going to roll out here and deal with this defensive setup from the Bulldogs.
Oh, and Saul goes to 1 HP. The Penny Mine's almost eliminating him early here.
The nuclear bomb absolutely set off, but not able to get the hit.
This is gonna hurt.
Gators giving a double wall off.
And a grab onto the Magneto. Does he go down early? And he goes down early, an early pick for the UF.
And
no-
crucially, there's no rocket red.
Exactly.
So Gators are still up one. Oh my god, but they have to be careful not to get counterpicked back. Soldier
Oh,
Close
Storm
still dead.
Shadow in yet again.
Hurry up.
The Wolverine save already paying off so much on the side of UF. There goes another two.
With no tanks, they're able to just clean up so effective. I think
Oh,
we just
and they
see
are
how-
portaling back. That will be no portal. I don't believe they get a retouch here.
I don't think they can get this in time.
They do not. Uh-oh.
They do not.
The Wolverine jumped through the portal, almost snatching Bracurin from being able to swap. He ends up going over to the Hulk.
Oh, the Hulk.
Now, what I
Curious to
will
see
say...
what Hulk's gonna contest. Yeah, go ahead.
What I will say is bubbles are a big counter. Oh, and he just grabbed
Oh,
Storm.
the Wolverine
But the
grab
pole
on the
and the
Storm.
Manta Assault coming out from the side of the Bulldogs.
Fly away.
A great kite from the Gators. Now they need to be kept
Turtles right now,
alive.
though. Yeah,
Huge
they-
Invisible
they-
Woman. Oh, there goes the
Oh, they're able
Magneto.
to get the-
There goes the
Shinichi getting
Invis.
booed.
The Stormo coming out on the side.
Still going in.
Oh,
Forcing
man.
Lunal was dying for it.
Bracurin does have cart here.
The Bulldogs in a
Able to
little bit of
jump
an identity crisis as the Gators are just absolutely walking. They do go over to the Thing, trying desperately, yeah, swapping over to the Nomura as well. Just trying their absolute hardest to deal with Storm Shadow and his Wolverine.
Gators have a humongous combo online. Two, and no shield in sight for the Bulldogs as the group mag combo is available to them. Salty Cola running amok in their backline. Minjuku is able to connect to Dinja. The Hulk comes out on the side of the Bulldogs, and there goes Caesar.
Let's see a fight loss.
But SOB does go down. Shinichi gets a crucial kill there.
I was interested to see how that fight plays out because the Gators had no support ult to keep their supports alive. And they did end up paying the price for it, but now both sides have 4 ults. So we're going to see a big ult dump team fight coming up here.
Absolutely. And like I said, no shield in sight on the side of the Bulldogs.
Caesar can play Fortnite, taking the high ground with a couple walls here. Looking for the... Oh, wow. Did they get
Salty
the dunk
Cola.
off? They do not get the combo dunk off, but they do get the salty the pick.
Oh,
but
and Sabo does end up falling.
But it's 1-1.
Oh my goodness! A huge ult from Storm Shadow.
He gets 4! Oh my
I am so sad I missed it. I was trying to click onto him desperately. Didn't have my F keys all planned out there. But looks like this second point will go to the Gators. Humongous recontest, but an Invis ult is just going to cancel both of those ultimates out. Feast of my Crows, Fear Mutant Kind, and there go the
Bulldogs. They want to use it,
Bulldogs.
they decide not to, and with no supports, the Gators are able to just clean up and get the points. Dominating performance from the Gators so far. Let's see if they can convert this to the third point capture here. With 4 minutes to go, the starting time.
Now, what I will say is the Bulldogs do have a little bit of an ult advantage here, but Storm Shadow and Caesar, both of those win condition ults, are menacingly coming back online.
More than just an ult advantage, they have the Luna damage boost. Interesting to see how this fight will play out if it.
Now, one thing is, the thing is very good against Wolverine, but it's not good at all into the group. You can see right now, the
Hulk?
walls cutting off his healing.
They get
They get the
the DMAC.
DMAC on the back Kieran. Oh, the brutal only gets 1, but it does connect to him.
One might be enough. Oh,
Yeah.
they do decide to use the damage amplification as well as the... But they don't get any picks off of it.
Storm Shadow looking for an ult here. Oh, and his own group messes him up. Dinja goes down to the Namor. They have to pop the Luna ult a little earlier than they want to. Ending up grabbing the Mantis, confirming the kill.
Storm Shadow gets a pick though. Gets 2.
Get another.
Push back
3
a little.
down for the Bulldogs compared to the 1 for the Gators.
Get him
There
the
goes
more.
4.
Pick up with more. Hulk trying his best to stall at the point here. Gonna commit the ultimate ability, but he's getting shitted.
Now, we
That
might
was
have...
like less than a second. Oh, but the clobbering time comes out. But so does the meatball. Luna's 1 HP.
And a clutch Invis ult.
Wow. Could freeze. Oh, and they end up getting Shinichi.
Gators down 1 right now. Need to be a little careful, but Sabo with 2 clutch kills and yet another Wolverine
Oh my
ult.
god. Storm Shadow going absolutely nuclear on this Wolverine. Getting so many crucial picks. And the Gators able to take it to a 3-point win. And
Yeah.
I'm hitting tab here. I am looking at the incredible work that Storm Shadow is putting in. He has 0 deaths. He has not died.
He
0.
is an issue right now. If I had to say anything, it's that I think, just maybe, that the Bulldogs will be banning Wolverine if they can. Coming next map. They do not have a response. I would love to see them roll out on Thing and Magneto. I like Hulk, but he's still countered by Wolverine here.
Yeah, and I was doing a little bit of spectating on Storm, and basically what he's doing is he's just sitting in the backline, baiting the support, and the Hulk is getting no value. Because when he goes in, he gets grabbed and he dies. So he can't go in. So it's interesting to see how, I mean, if they continue to run the Hulk, if they, like, how they plan on getting value with it.
I think Min is going to have to go crazy on the Namora. Would love to see some
30
flanks
seconds
here,
before you
and
attack. Get ready.
we do see the Magneto come out from Salty Cola. I do like that swap for them.
I think being able to bubble any Wolverine grabs is just absolutely huge. But I mean, I think I would like to the mag thing, or yeah, the mag thing.
I would like to see Mag Thing. They're really trying with this Namora, but I know Min has a Hela inside of him.
1.
Pause.
All you need to do is capture the mission. Got it?
See how this goes. I also think that this tank lineup might be a little weak into Groot, but we'll see how it ends up playing out.
Oh, an early grab onto Breckian.
Early wall.
Oh, able
And
to
then-
bubble him. He's able to get out.
Oh, nice. The mag swap.
Already
Being able
paying
to
off.
bubble- Yeah. Getting value here. Bubble's such a good ability when used correctly.
Oh, no
Storm
passive
Shadow.
here for
Ooh,
Storm Shadow.
No passive. Yeah.
Has
Good
to play a
burn.
little bit more careful here.
I think
Salty
the
Cola
Bullet
trying to
can
take
get
this
a
space,
slope.
but these Groot walls are coming.
Oh, he gets another grab.
And yet again,
The
no
Hulk,
confirm on the
I can
kill. Both teams kind of even right now.
Oh, but the Hulk does get D-Mac that time. With Shinichi on the Hela, the focus fire works out. The Mantis Ult comes out. The Groot Ult also comes out.
And
you're able to
Bits
kill through the Mantis
Heal
Ult.
through that. Now, one thing about Mantis Ult,
Wow.
it doesn't heal as much as like Luna or Invis. Caesar able to recognize that and take advantage.
Wow, and they decide to swap off of the Namor. Here's to see if they'll swap off the Hulk. 2, maybe not.
Would
But-
absolutely love to see him swap off the Hulk here. I don't know how much he's going to be able to do with that Wolverine constantly shadowing him. You see him
Yeah, the Wolverine
instantly
coming up
scared,
on the
instantly
Hulk.
popping bubble.
Bulldogs do currently have ult advantage if they can pass it. But they have to play the slow game because this Wolverine, as the Wolverine gets in the... But they don't go down.
Oh,
Bulldogs shooting 2. The Bulldogs shooting 4 ultimates all at once.
they do end up connecting to Nate Step.
Gators coming 2 back, not able to do anything.
Storm
with
Shadow's
Magnetic
ultimate
Beam.
is coming out.
Wolverine ult
Not
coming
able
out.
to kill.
With
Shinichi
the
connects with
combo
one
they're
though.
able to pick up things, and Bulldogs, no supports, no hope for life.
Double KO.
And the Gators get a complete team wipe.
I think Shovel's Magneto ult was perfectly timed. It was able to counter a lot of the damage that was coming out of the Bulldogs as the Invis ult from the Gators ended. It's desperately hanging on to their lives.
And because the Gators were able to deal with the lot... Yeah, exactly. They have the ultimate pressing in. The Wolverine gets a grab. They're going crazy with his Luna ult, but the Mantis ult coming back.
A humongous Groot ult!
Groot ult. Are they able to kill through the Mantis ult? They
There goes the
are!
Mantis. The Mantis ult runs out before the Luna ult. There is... Min is in the back line. Commits the
Min in the
Psylocke
back line.
ultimate.
Psylocke
Connects
ult.
with one. Connects with two. Connects with
Oh
three.
my goodness. Wow. Like we were talking about, they needed Minjun to go crazy, and he just did, putting his life on the line. Oh, but Shinichi with the counter pick. Is this maybe doable for the Gators?
And there comes the Hulk ultimate.
Hulk comes out.
But the Gators are going to be able to touch here. Portal
get the
coming
portal
through.
up.
Storm with his ultimate. Does he end up coming
Usually
through?
goes down, but they do
They
have
do
the portal
confirm the
available.
kill onto Storm, but the Invis ultimate is
Oh
down.
my goodness. Invisol comes, yeah, through the Invisol, they're able to get 2 picks. Giving up 2 ticks, but able to completely turn the tide of the fight. Oh, but Shinichi
Min,
goes down
get
to
another
Minjun.
pick. And there
Going
goes
crazy.
Caesar.
They have the Luna ult. Minjun going down, but they do have the recontest. Gators
They
currently
won't.
down 2 with no portal available. But Storm Shadow does have a Wolverine ult. Curious to see if he'll get any. Oh, but Gators losing 2 again. This might just be a stall situation, or it might just be a lost fight. My Storm goes
Right.
down.
Final 10 seconds.
And the
Absolutely
Bulldogs able-
massive plays from Min in order to clutch take that point for the Bulldogs.
Absolutely. And the Gators, they have a lot of ults, but they weren't able to use them because they just got picked early.
Now, one thing about Psylocke is Groot's ginormous hitbox is able to charge her ult extremely fast. So Caesar does have to be careful about feeding her.
75 on another one.
Yeah,
Indeed.
and there goes Shinichi.
Down. Wow, not ready for Minjun. Being invisible. They're going with the strange ult.
Humongous ult from Sabo, but the Wolverine and the strange ult fail to connect.
Wow.
And another Psylocke ult comes out.
Yeah. Wow. Able to clean up so effectively. They spend one ult to counter 2 from the side of the Gators, and then they go in with that Psylocke ult, and that is all she wrote. But it looks like the Gators can get another contest here.
They have
Again,
that
they are
Groot ult
open
in
and-
that back pocket.
They have Groot and Hela. A couple of offensive ults and only one defensive ult being Mantis from the side of the Bulldogs. Let's see how this fight plays out. They do go in with the Groot ult.
Not able to
Mantis
connect with
ult out.
anybody. End up double ulting.
Gators double. The Magnetic Meatball not getting anything. The Hellhole comes out and the Bulldogs have no defensive ultimate response.
They do end up burning the
They're able
Hell
to get
ult though.
one- burn the
Shinichi
Hell
does
ult
end up dying, and Brakyurin has a Hulk ult, but Storm is right on top of him. Storm doesn't want to see him shine, but he's going to anyways.
Oh, wow. Able to just solo focus down Nate on Luna, and because they double ulted,
Looks
Nate
like
doesn't have a
UF
defensive ult.
will be losing this point. The Luna ult healing everybody to full, and it's just a matter of time.
Yep. The Bulldogs take another convincing fight win. Off the back of
Absolutely.
the Gators just double support ulting.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint.
Bit of a
A crucial
communication
move for it.
breakdown there, and they don't have another support ult here. Min has his Psylocke ult, which in the past has absolutely crushed UF. Things are looking dire for UF. Let's see if they can turn this around.
And just want to point out again, as we're in the neutral, the swap to Mag absolutely paying off as Sulty Cole takes the ace position from Minjun with more kills in the same amount of time.
Massive phase from Salty Cola. The adjustments that he's made have really been paying off.
Oh, but the Wolverine grab onto the aforementioned Salty Cola.
Oh,
Minjun
what a
does it with gold.
huge!
Does it again?
It is able to connect to Nate.
Wow. Minjun absolutely going crazy with these ults. But the Gators committing so many ults back, able to pick off Minjun, and then
And there goes the Invis
probably
ult.
connect onto Langston. But they get Danger.
Only 60 seconds
They commit the Groot ult back? Are they able to get anything off of it? No, because the
No,
supports are
not
dead.
quite.
And wow, committing late with the Mantis ult, only 3 alive on card. They are able to back down the Gators again.
The one
Off the
really
back.
good combo in this game that's very slept on is Bucky ult plus Wolverine. 40 seconds on the clock. Are they going to be able to connect with that ultimate? The Bulldogs do not have a support ult online just yet. We'll have the Luna one online, but
I am ready to
Danger almost goes out of
there
the
goes the
side,
Luna
but
ult. They don't end up pulling off the combo.
Storm
Oh,
Shadow
wait.
goes down.
And Brakyurin is able to dodge the Bucky ult by changing into Mega Hulk.
Wow. And the Gators, no ultimate response online, but it doesn't matter.
Two go down
That's
for
how
the
he goes
Bulldogs.
off the map. There's one support in the Luna.
The Hulk is about to be Team
They might be
X.
able to win this. It's not coming around. They have to burn the
This
Magneto
has to
walls.
connect. It doesn't quite.
Oh, it doesn't get any.
Caesar coming up on that Groot ult. Might be the fight killer. But Min with the Psylocke ult. Is he looking for a play?
Can he get the play off? He does get it off. They're able to play
Connects-
Patty. Does he get anybody?
Not
He
quite.
gets nobody.
Oh, he gets
But they
one.
get Ninja. Did you get Ninja as her ult was
Sabo
coming
goes down as
online?
well.
It could have been the defining ult. But
And the
maybe-
Mantis ult online
back
for
to
the side of the
Groot.
Bulldogs. The Groot ult comes out, but I don't think it's enough. There's no follow-up on the side of UF. And man, like we've been saying all series, Ducky, it goes into overtime. And these
Wow.
teams will have to figure it out. Now what? Now there is a possibility of a draw here.
There is, but I think that UF definitely has an advantage, able to win this because they have 3 minutes as opposed to 1 from the side of the Bulldogs.
Now one thing that the Gators have to be careful of here is that the Bulldogs love their supports. And if they do a little bit too much poke damage, Bulldogs are going to be able to get all 3 of their support ults online, and I don't like your chances once that's happening.
This is true. Now, there is a strategy where if the other team is running triple support, the Gators, being on defense, can have one support do most of the healing to build that ult first and be able to take them. Thoughts on the Gators executing such a strategy?
It could work.
30 seconds before you
I like
attack. Get ready.
Man,
Symbol coming out from the coach.
I sense great sadness in you.
man, you have no idea. I wish I was in their VC right now telling them, whispering in their ear telling them what I think they should do, but
If your timeline still exists.
they are choosing to go into the triple support lineup with a Namor. Seems like they're just tired of the Psylocke.
The battle starts in
I don't know,
5,
Minjun
4,
being such a force to be reckoned with, forcing counter swaps.
They do put
Everywhere
Storm on the
he
Hulk.
you just capture the mission area.
But putting Storm on the Hulk and putting Shinichi on the Namor, it might just be enough here. We'll have to see how this fight plays out. Both teams in triple support now, so to see who can get an ult first, or maybe even get a first. Exiles the Hulk, backing him, not backing him off the height exactly.
Last time UF played this high ground very well. I'd love to see them do it again.
Kind of poking out a neutral here. Neither side getting a true advantage as see. But the Hulk
Man,
pushing
SLB's
Luna.
ult is almost online. They're about to be able to run in with that Mantis
demech
ult,
the Hulk.
but the Hulk is demeched. They're not
Are
going
they
to be
able
at
to
full
get the pick? Did they get
strength,
the pick?
and they do end up getting the confirm.
A huge pick, and Shinichi's coming up on the fish. Now they do get the Mantis ult first, but we get the invisible. Able to respawn.
Now, Rakurin is portaling back.
You'll have to keep fighting until you have a winner.
In the middle of the Invisible Woman ults. What to see? Minjun has an ult. What to see if he goes nuclear with it?
There he
Able to
goes,
get
two
Caesar
from
goes
Min.
down. Naseb's ultimate comes online.
SLB goes down on the side of
They
the
do-
George with Bulldogs.
Wow.
The
I
Gators
know,
will
Gators
be able
have
to TP
ultimate
back.
advantage. They have the TP. Can Ninja go down? And Ninja does not get the
Storm
TP on
has
Ninja.
an ultimate to be able to stall if he
Hit
chooses
early
to
with
do
Luna
so.
ult.
Ooh, that is an
And they do
early
pick
Luna
Shinichi,
ult
who
on the
had an
side of
ultimate ability.
the
Oh,
Bulldogs.
They do get Nate too.
Like I said, Storm is going to be able to stall here for as long as his ultimate will allow him to.
And they
Just
do
looking
have
for
the
an
ult.
opportunity, and here it is.
Using the Hulk ult.
Oh,
Using the Namor
what
ult.
the-
Eye of Agamotto.
Oh, not quite able to pick the Invisible Woman when the Eye of Agamotto comes out. Gets 2 picks for the side of Gators, but Storm Shadow getting 1 back. And this fight is not over as SLB goes down.
Sabo gets 1! And Min goes down!
Caesar's
No
alive.
ticks
Oh, no,
for the
never mind, he
Bulldogs!
dies.
Are they going to be able to pull this off, UF?
Nate's still alive.
The Luna
Where's
goes
online?
down!
Sabo D has ult.
A humongous bubble coming through!
Wow.
And Storm
God,
just
this is the
playing
game I didn't even
cleanup
need it. Oh
as
my
everybody
goodness.
from the Bulldogs goes down. You know,
Wow.
Tucky, I'll be honest, I didn't think they would be able to take that because when Storm ulted as Hulk, Caesar and Shinichi on Namor tried to go for the big fish, the damage boosted Namor combo. And Storm ended up knocking everybody that was going to be hit by it into the air, so it didn't end up connecting. After that, I thought it was over, but Storm was able to just sustain, stay alive. Nate Step staying alive that whole time as well. Just clutch execution down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact you got to give props to Gators supports for staying alive, but also taking turns do die, and just playing patty cake so effectively, able to keep each other alive, which is able to keep the Hulk alive, which allowed them to, you know, beat the Bulldogs with just no points allowed, no ticks allowed.
Yeah, they didn't even get a tick. Georgia did not.
They'll be coming in 30
So,
seconds.
at the
Stay
very
strong.
least, the Gators will end up with a draw here. But with 3 minutes on the clock, you have to expect that they'll win here. As Caesar goes away from the triple support, maybe on the Groot comp here, as Minjun goes to the back.
Well, as we see, Sabal D is on the Hulk. Now he has played everything for the Gators so far. We said he was a flex player,
Battle
and
starts in 5.
man, yes he is.
Absolutely. Playing all 3 roles for the side of the Gators. Which basically, it allows Storm Shadow to go back on the Wolf, which works so well early. But interesting to see, Minjun back on the Namor, how the Wolverine will get value into the Namor with the Gamma team up. Missing a grab there. And our Hulk gets demeched immediately.
Sobble D, unfortunately, ran into the face of Penny Parker.
Penny. What Penny?
Oh wait, I apologize. I remember the Bulldogs picking Penny in the very beginning, and I kind of just stuck with it. I didn't quite see what happened to Sobble. Just throwing it out there.
Oh, this is funny. But yeah, I mean, Sabaldi trying to contest the height, but just not quite able to. But doesn't get demeched this time. We'll have to see how this fight plays out. Usually the ones that get all wins. But, oh my god, the group putting in absolute work. Ronda taking heavy damage. And building the ult first. Versus the Luna, but they do get SLB. The fish damage from his combo.
Shields
not
up.
out of the ult. Magnetic people are coming out. Not able to get anybody. Ninja has ult.
Ninja
Fish combo if they want.
waits for the last possible second, and that's going to be absolutely devastating for the Bulldogs. Berserker Rage connects with 3, and all that's left is a portal and a Mantis ult. Pracurin goes down. So does SLB. Ninja does get picked though, and Salty Cola is back. We are seeing Min on the Black Panther. Oh man, but the damage has already been done. Shinichi is playing cleanup crew on the high ground, throwing out turrets willy-nilly.
It might not
The
be over.
Hoko comes out, but I think Storm Shadow.
Dies.
Oh, Storm Shadow does get picked. But
but
it's a 1v5 right now. And it does look like map 3 will go the way of the Gators. The adjustments they made, banning the Squirrel Girl, banning the Hawkeye, banning the Rocket Raccoon, saving both Wolverine and the Hulk for Storm Shadow ends up paying off. Ninja switched to Strange there for the portal back.
Wow. Talk about the absolute backline presence from the esteemed one-trick Loki getting almost 60k healing in that game.
Ninja absolutely just being the anchor of the team there. Always had the Luna ult when UF needed it. And now we go on to yet another payload map. Convoy map, I should say. Gonna be interesting to choose. I don't exactly know the map pool, but I do know that Midtown is available. Wondered running. We'll be curious to see which way that the Bulldogs go.
Indeed. And I mean, that game was just I think off the back of banning the Rocket and then getting the first picks, you have a great team at getting the first picks. Able to win so many team fights. And it clearly helped. It clearly paid off.
Absolutely.
Interested to see what map we'll go for next. If we're going Convoy, the Bulldogs get to pick the Convoy map. And I don't know if you're allowed to repeat maps.
I don't believe so.
Which map did we see first?
Yggdrasil path is out of the pool.
Interesting. So, all that's left is Midtown, another excellent Squirrel Girl map, which the Bulldogs might be looking to pick, and Spider Islands.
Spider Islands. That's what
Spider
they end
Islands
up going
is
with.
the pick? Interesting. The Bulldogs very comfortable on the Squirrel Girl. Midtown, a better map for that pick, but not able to quite pick that map because the Gators have been shown that they're ban that Squirrel. Ban that pick.
Now, Tokyo 2099 is a really good group map. Lots of different places, especially on defense, to be able to go onto the high ground and get big Groot ults off. If the Gators are going to continue to run it, it might just be their win condition every fight.
Indeed. So because of that, I'm curious to see if the Bulldogs will ban the group. They have shown that they are willing to do in the past games.
I think if I had to say anything, I think the Bulldogs might just be banning Wolverine and Hulk.
Can you blame them? Storm Shadow putting in absolute work, and I'm inclined to agree with you. It's just he might force an aura ban on two bands, two entire bands.
Tokyo 2099, not the best torch map, which is something that the Gators do play if those two characters are not in the pool. Curious to see if that's what they end up going with. Putting Sabo from tank onto support, the flex guy that he is. And having Nate Step go onto the torch.
Also, quick side note about the Storm Shadow aura, putting in work, but also the one above all tag.
Too much aura. Absolutely.
Not just the highest rank in the lobby, but the highest rank period that aura maxing.
Aura maxing indeed, with his private career profile as well.
But the Bulldogs are now used to the picks that he's capable of. The Wolverine, the Hulk. Curious to see if they will ban for this player.
Now, Min's Psylocke last game was very, very good. It was something that really turned the tides for the Bulldogs. Now, one thing that they did have to do in order for that to happen was they did ban Loki. Curious to see if because they are worried about the Wolverine, because they're worried about the Hulk, because they're worried about the Groot, that they let Loki slip through, and that could be the difference with how much impact Min is able to make on Psylocke, if that's what they end up trying to do on Tokyo 2099.
Very true. Now, we have seen that the Gators' first ban will almost always be Hawkeye.
They do not like Hawkeye.
They do not want Min Jun getting his hands on the character that can one-shot.
Absolutely.
But I'm curious to see which of the vast pool that Min Jun has, if they are, like, which is what they're gonna go. I feel like Spider Island's a very diverse map, almost. A lot of picks available for the teams. Andrew, can you talk to me about flyers on this map? I feel like they would be pretty good.
Flyers
with
on
a lot
this
of
map,
open space.
pretty good. First point, you have all of that high ground cover to play around. Second point, you have that central building that actually can be broken down. It can be broken down, and if it goes down, Flyers, not as good at that second point, but the third point as well, very strong for Flyers, can kind of play that central pillar / wall. We could see the Storm pulled back out. That was something that was really working for the Bulldogs, the Storm. So let's see if that's a direction that they also might choose to go in.
Also curious to see if they're going to keep banning that torch, because if they do ban Wolverine and Hulk, then the Gators might be able to save torch and run that if they want.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, this is a best of 7, so this is, if the Gators win, it is not over, and we will have more Marvel Rivals left.
Oh, this is a best of 7. So, but the Gators could go up 3-1, or the Bulldogs could tie up the series.
Interested to see how this ban goes. Historically, the Gators have been selecting.
Last time they did do Rocket. Last 2 games, it has been Rocket. There
Oh,
goes
it
again.
has been Rocket. You are right. They just really do not want the res online. Yep, just like you said, Wolverine banned.
But does that leave Loki open?
It might leave Loki open. Talk to me about Loki on this map. There's also a lot of like
Lots
high
of high
ground.
ground. Lots of high ground. If you end up losing first fight on defense, Loki's positioning, he's able to go top left on that building that falls into the cliff. If you know what I'm referencing there, he's able to go top right.
Yeah.
He's able to play those 2 different high grounds. So Loki very good on this map, very good in general. It looks like Nate Step's leaning that way. Curious to see
Now,
what UF saves here.
Storm hovering the Iron Fist.
Does he go with it? I'm not so sure. He could though.
What?
No save!
No save.
Oh goodness. Gators did this last
Oh
time
my
against the
goodness.
Bulldogs, and it did not work out well for them.
So, the Bulldogs now able to ban the Loki if they want.
Able to ban the Loki, the Hulk, lots of different things. They end up banning the Groot. That's interesting. I don't believe the Bulldogs played too much Groot last round.
And they do ban the Hulk.
Which Gators were unable to save.
Oh, I didn't see this at first, but Minjun is hovering Squirrel Girl.
Oh man.
Always the Squirrel Girl believer. I mean, as we saw in map 1, able to output enormous amounts of damage.
They also do not save.
We are seeing an aura off, ladies and gentlemen. Neither
Which team can fail to make the correct ban and saves in the ban and save phase? Oh man.
This is hilarious. Okay, so the Gators are able to save the Loki.
And they
do ban
banned
the
the
Squirrel
Squirrel Girl.
Wow.
Now Torch is open. If that's something they wanted to lean into, they absolutely could. Ooh, but they do ban the Invis, making but not too bad.
The right hero
Make still
can
run.
make all
Also,
Loki
the
Luna.
also to note, the Bulldogs have been banning Emma, and Emma's open. So we
Emma
see
is
Brackerin, maybe hovering the Strange, but we've seen that Strange gets a lot less value when Emma's in.
Absolutely. Shinichi going with the Hela. Nate hovering the Torch. Sabo would probably play Luna here. Oh, looks like a small switch up.
So who's what side? Okay, so the Bulldogs on defense to start. Brackerin is locking in the Strange, while Caesar locks in the Emma.
Going to be a matter of
He'll be coming in 30
will
seconds.
Caesar be able to choke slam those Agamottos, or will Brackerin be able to get them off? He has gotten so much value in the past.
So much value.
Gators leaning into the triple tank here. SLB on the a very big change for the Bulldogs here actually. SLB is on the Winter Soldier, and Min is able to pick his Hawkeye here.
Battle starts in 5.
Wow.
4,
I'm gonna do a little spectating this Hawkeye, but the Bulldogs deviating from the triple support they've ran all tournaments.
All tournament. UF really forcing the Bulldogs to get out of their comfort zone. That's not to say that the Bulldogs don't have a chance here.
a nice deep freeze.
Oh my gosh, Caesar 1 HP, getting on with the diamond form though.
Nate Step getting sniped out of the air from an amazing shot from Min.
That flick was nasty.
Disgusting even.
Just like we said, they banned the Hawkeye because they don't want to get one shot, and they step getting one shot there. Disgusting shot.
Now Sabo was initially hovering the Strange. I wonder if... Oh, Shinichi with a big pick on a Min.
Wow, yeah, that's huge. Going over to his POV, shooting out the Loki clones. Doing a great job of just assisting the front line, backing up the Bulldogs here because they're down that Hawkeye. They're down a lot of damage. Maybe able to push it up to the front. Oh my goodness, the choke slam! Able to stagger Brackerin.
I am ready to
But they
put
commit
on a
early with the
show.
Loki ult onto the Luna ult. And the Gators doing a good job of just peeling. They do commit with the Bucky ult in.
Storm
Still have
Shadow
a
with the
response.
response.
Storm Shadow.
Doesn't end up connecting.
Get a dunk.
Shinichi.
Oh,
His head is obliterated. The Bulldogs are
Wow.
pushing forward with that Luna ult.
Yeah,
Gators
Gators decide.
have to respect it and keep backing up. Ninja does go down.
Yeah, but
The Asgardian duo has fallen on the field at the side of UF.
the Bulldogs committed so many ults there that the Gators are in an immense advantage. Fourth ult, maybe even fifth, as the Bulldogs only have 2.
Now, something that I don't really like on the side of the Gators, not a lot of healing.
Oh, what a hook. Oh, what a hook.
We're looking
Able to
at
just-
Mantis Loki heals right now on the side of the Gators. Not something I'd like to see continue if I was in. But Brackerin coming up on that Strange ult, and we know how notorious those were in the first 2 maps.
We are undefeated.
Indeed, and going early with both Caesar's ult and Nate's ult.
And it
able to-
connects!
By the eye of
And then yet another ult coming in from the side of the Gators. They kill 3, 4, 5! 6!
Wow.
A complete team
Absolute
wipe.
team wipe.
Dominating team wipe from the side of the Gators. Now, the real question becomes, will the Bulldogs be able to portal back? I think so.
I think they will. But, I mean, absolutely well executed. They go in, force them to back up with the Mantis and the Emma ult, and Sobble D coming down with the Haymaker ult, and assisting the team wipe. Put the portal back here. They do get the contest.
In a bit of an awkward spot for the Bulldogs. Hell Unleashed comes out. Down 2, down 3 are the Bulldogs. And with that Hell's Unleashed raining on them from above, they essentially just traded Portal for a Hella ult and a Mantis ult. But the Gators will be able to take first point with a 3-minute and 30-second time bank. Now Brachyurin, Salty Cola, Langston, SLB, and Min, and really Filet Minion 69, all 6 of them have their ultimate abilities, while the Gators...
Gators have 0 ults. This might just be a fight that...
Unless Storm gets 6 with a Magneto Bomb, things are looking like this next fight are going to go the Bulldogs' way.
What we're talking about, I mean, no flyers, but the building does get broken.
Still looking at Brachyurin here, waiting for this Strange ult as they push in with Hawkeye ult.
I don't think get too much off of the...
Shinichi's able to get SLB. Brachyurin is chokeslammed in. Sobble D able to... Oh man, so many things going on. Salty Cola does end up dying through the Luna ult. Shinichi does go down though. Amazing pick by Min. The lamps come out on the side of UF. They're able to stabilize. Sneak Step coming up on a Mantis ult, wondering if he's going to push it here. Press the tempo. A choke slam into Brachyurin. No bubble is applied. But he's able to escape with his life. But I wonder if his Hawkeye won't be so lucky. SLB going in with the Bucky ult. No duck committed, but an absolutely huge E from Sobble D, connecting to both the DPS on the side of the Bulldogs. And there goes Salty Cola as well.
Nuclear on this Strange right now, getting multiple pick after pick after pick after pick with these E's.
And right now, Ducky, I don't know about you, but I just think the Gators are playing at a different tempo than the Bulldogs entirely.
I agree. And
we talked about that big ult advantage, and they just weren't able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, the Bulldogs do opt to get off of the double DPS and go back to their support with Ninja on the Moon Knight into the Gators' triple.
It will cause problems for them, as like I said before, the Gators are on a low healing composition. But Emma, able to do whatever she wants here.
Absolutely free. Farming Beam. Sobble has another ult. They do decide to push the tempo with the Ninja. They Strange ult
from Sobble. Able to connect with SOB, but the Clobber is coming out. Here comes the Moon Knight ult. Shinichi's able to escape the Moon with his Hella ult. And there goes Filet. There goes Langston. There goes Salty. There goes Min.
Entire Bulldog team. I do think, however, because of the card positioning, they might be able to get another...
They're coming up on Mantis ult, coming up on Luna ult. The Bulldogs will get another touch here, and they will be having support ults online pretty soon. Brachyurin looking to make a play with his thing ult.
Bobbers in the cart.
Connects with 3, gets Caesar. Nate Step responding with his Mantis ult. Able to keep UF alive.
Now Bulldogs, no ultimate, but coming up on Luna ult. Oh my goodness, Sword Shadow landing all of his shots, killing Minjun. Break the green. Oh
kills SOB, but he ends up sacrificing his life for it. Sobble, not in the best position himself. He might be the next to fall. The Brachyurin is absolutely tearing through them. Salty Cola connects to Shinichi. And the Gators will be on their heels as they fully retreat.
Yeah, but interesting. Play Minion 69 had to keep his team alive. But now, the Gators are in crazy ultimate.
You know, is it Filet Minion or is it Filet Mignon? Am I stupid?
I feel like that's Minion, right? Surely. The yellow things that eat bananas. Anyways, back to the
Caesar
fight.
connects to 4. Sobble connects with another 4.
Oh my gosh.
Caesar able to connect with 2, 3 supports on the side of the Bulldogs. And oh no, with only Brachyurin alive, it's clobbering time. But will it be enough? No, not quite.
Gators cap the point. Wow. I mean, you just gotta give it to the Gators. The Gators' tank line, they're just dominating with the triple tank. there's so much upfront pressure. Their ults are getting so much value, and they're getting so much picks.
They've continuously done the same thing. They Mantis ult in, Emma ult in, and then Strange ult. And it's just been obliterating the Bulldogs every single time they're able to pull off that combo.
Absolutely.
Interested to see how the Bulldogs respond. I don't know if Thing is the answer. I think the Emma has to be matched if the Bulldogs really want a chance here.
Now, a strategy you're pretty keen on is into triple tank running an Iron Man, but with only one DPS player from the side of the. I don't know if they have Iron Man in their hero pool.
I'm not sure if they do either, and on top of that, Hulk is banned, so they wouldn't even be able to give him the Gamma team up.
Indeed. And Shinichi on the Hela too. Gators seem to just be firing on all bases right now.
Absolutely. Utilizing Caesar as essentially a DPS, as Storm and Sabo just play to set him up, if not the other way around.
And it
Every
looks like
single team fight.
play. I'm gonna say minion, going to the Emma, and they're going to wait no, Minjun is on the Luna.
Min is on Luna here. Salty Cola also on the Namor. Wonder if they're going to be playing for that damage fish combo. Salty Cola also on the Namor.
Interesting to see how the dynamic goes.
Lots of swaps from the Bulldogs. Desperate to find something that works.
I respect the attempt to find the answer. Sabo gets low. The Emma comes out and
Storm Shadow down.
Storm Shadow.
This
And
Emma
yeah,
swap
they're
already
pressing
paying off.
advantage.
Filet Minion 69. Really might just be the change that the Bulldogs needed.
But it looks like the Gators might be able to stabilize. Maybe not. Yeah, they will stabilize. Get into the room.
Another pick for the Bulldogs.
wow.
And I think that's going to be point one going in the Bulldogs' favor.
Wow.
Gators on their heels as the Bulldogs respond in, I mean, a dominating fashion, quite frankly.
Yeah, I mean, but the Bulldogs swapping it up, swapping the team comp and the roles, and forcing the Gators to get off the triple tank and onto the triple support. Go back to neutral here. Bulldogs have 5 ultimate abilities, and it looks
They
like they're
commit
pressing.
the Mantis Soul early to try to push the tempo, but I think UF is going to be able to back off of this. A huge response from Nate Step in the...
Committing 4 ults but getting nothing.
Exactly.
And now Gators are
Only
the
that-
one in the ultimate. They're the one in the driver's seat. They have 5 coming online.
They're committing the Emma ult here. Let's see what it connects to. They're able to get
They're able to get
the
the cloak
cloak ult off.
They respond with the Luna ult, but Langston's ult, Loki copy will be the last ultimate inside of the Gators, or for the side of the Bulldogs. The Storm Shadow, the dunk coming out, not finding anybody.
Filet Minion connects to
Langston using
Shinichi.
copy.
Ninja also looking under duress.
Wow, Sabo D using his cloak ult to go forward.
Well, his
Caesar
backline has
using
been
his ult.
absolutely obliterated.
Trying to do something, anything. Also be going to 1 HP, but not quite going down. Someone's on the cart. I don't know exactly. But it's
Ooh, a
clobber
tempo
time.
clobber,
Find-
and it connects with 2. Not
we
enough
got
to get
pick
any
up the-
eliminations, but it might create enough
Not
space
quite.
for the
How about
Bulldogs to
coming
have
off
this
the line?
point. The Morgul comes out, connects to Caesar. Caesar goes down. Shinichi is grabbed. Storm down as well. The kick just about kills
Wow.
2.
Wow.
Able to finish them off.
The
Wow,
Bulldogs have
what a
5
dominating,
minutes.
exactly 5-minute time bank for the Bulldogs here in this final point.
And it
Gators.
seems like the Gators are almost at a loss for answers here.
Yeah, they need to respond. I think the torch is still open. It's something I think that they should look into with no hit scan on the side of the Bulldogs.
I agree.
Oh, but Filet Minion getting a little overzealous there. Ends up falling down. Shinichi has an amazing high ground position here. Connects to Langston. Connects-
Absolutely capitalizing.
SLB goes down as well. There goes
Yeah,
Min. And the Gators made some swaps. are able to stabilize the second point, or third point.
Indeed. And Filet Mignon, the crucial piece that's been getting the Bulldogs so many picks, but getting a little overzealous there. Getting the picks early, and then falling, ultimately leading them losing.
Salty Cola goes down early to a crystal. Now, the thing is that the Bulldogs are pushing out, but they don't have cart. The cart is not moving. They're fighting,
I am ready to put on
but
a show.
the objective is still not moving.
Use Minchun's ult. They
That
don't
is
have
3
efficient-
ults
Oh.
committed from the side of the Bulldogs with the cart going backwards, Duck.
Yeah, they're playing up, but they need to be playing back here. But Salty Cola gets Shinichi.
Finally able to get the cart
Coming in with
moving
the
there.
Mantis.
Respond with the Cloak ult to the Mantis ult. And man, all that space that they took is for naught because they have to push the cart.
I am ready to put on
2 Luna ults on the board here. Caesar
Caesar still comes
committing.
out.
Oh, hits 2, hits 3, hits 4. But not able to finish anybody
Oh, he
off.
comes up from
Clobber
there with
and
clobbering
Fish
time.
coming out.
Wow.
Connects to Sabo, connects to Nate. And man, Bulldogs
C4-2
might just be able to
Storm
take this
falls
point.
2. I don't know. A swap or 2 and the Gators might be able to get a contest here because the cart was just so far back and it was moving back. And it looks like they might get a contest here. It'll have to be a late contest though. The cart, 4 meters left. As Subtlety gets on but dies.
Shinichi as well, also picked.
Caesar gets one though. Both teams
Storm
trading. Storm Shadow
with
comes out.
the humongous ult here.
Magneto
Could
dunk.
connect.
Oh,
Oh,
but
doesn't
it's
end
the
up connect with
Loki
anybody. I
runes.
wonder if the runes came out just in time. But
And with only one on cart.
looks like the Gators might just finally fall.
Putting up a valiant stalling effort. Shinichi, maybe a back touch. Maybe a Caesar swap to
I am
Venom.
ready to put on a
This
show.
isn't over. They're stalling this out for sure.
That's for sure. Will it be enough though? Oh, Caesar coming up on his ultimate. Does fall to SLB. SLB getting his ult off as Storm Shadow portals to point. This is still not over. Just kidding.
Now it is. But I think with that last minute contest, they were able to earn about a minute off of. So instead of 3 minutes to 1, as we saw last game, you know, being a crucial time event that the Gators used to win, now it's 2 to 1, and it's anybody's game. But the Bulldogs
Absolutely.
looking very dominant off the back of that last round.
I'd
Now-
love to see the Gators go to some flying characters here, as I said before.
Indeed, it looks like both Nate and Shinichi hovered the torch. So Shinichi locked. Still with only Namor as a DPS. Namor not a hit scan, but the squids keep threatening fires. Gators might need to be careful about shooting the squid to let Shinichi get the most value possible.
He'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Once this
And
conflict
it
is
looks like
ended,
the Gators might be going for a cloak. Yeah, they're going for Cloak, Loki, Mantis, triple support.
I was speaking of a more personal
Oh,
alliance.
Shinichi going to the storm.
The white
I may not be in their ears right now.
Starts in 5, 4, 3, 2.
The UF coach doing what the UF coach does.
Only
Sure.
60 seconds left.
I agree with the storm pick.
We need to stop that beat.
Storm the
Alright.
hero, not Storm the tank player.
Any healing is good.
But moving the card up here on the side of the Gators.
And just already we can see the pressure of the
my goodness.
Flyers.
Wow. The double flyer is able to capitalize, kill the only DPS from the side of the Bulldogs. As SLB goes down 2, Loki runes use.
And man,
Wow, I did not see them go to the double flyer, but man, is the double flyer putting in work. As the Bulldogs have just no hit scan heroes. No hit scan DPS.
Criterion goes down as
too.
well.
And Nate putting out so much damage, just putting his fire on the choke. And it's so hard for the Bulldogs to walk through. Brackerin going to strength though. They low-key copy the Mantis to go through. SLB almost dying through. He does die through.
Oh my
Brackerin-
goodness, the damage that was just outputted there. No, I
Shinichi
like the
has
strange
ult, though.
swap on the side of Rakirin. It's able to contest the flyers just a little bit better. Cloak coming out on the side of UF. And that might just do it for the Bulldogs on their first point hold.
Absolutely.
As
As
Min
Min
falls
falls,
and SLB ends up
SLB
wasting his ult. Oh no.
Wow. And that means that only Minjun's ult is left alive, and they have the torch combo. They have the team up. I think if they do the team up,
Time to stop them.
they have a very good shot at pushing this card to mid-second point, maybe even
Maybe even further.
and taking it all the way.
Sounds I never heard before.
We'll have to see how this fight plays out, but the Gators, an immense ult. It looks like they will go in
To put on a
with the
show.
ult. Will they use Nate Steps ult to use the combo? It looks like they are.
Oh
And
my
it kills so
goodness.
many.
It's coming out.
Coming
We
through the
finally
ball.
got to see it, and it
Wow.
has ripped through the Georgia Bulldogs.
Wow. And they get the stagger on Filet, Minion, and the Gators absolutely ult dumping, but getting so much value off. The Bulldogs will get another contest before the second point is finished.
Salty
Interesting to
Cola
note,
going over
Rak-
to that Hela.
Rakurin has ults. We've seen the Strange get so much value, but in the face of Emma, it's going to be a battle of can the Emma get the diamond?
And I think he's looking for it early here, quite frankly. His shield connects. He is chokeslammed. Only gets
Gets Shinichi.
Shinichi, and the Coco
Loco
does come
comes out,
out.
though.
Rakirin goes
And Rakurin
down.
does go down.
We are
Caesar
SLB,
just getting
that's
massive
coming out.
value on the Emma here.
Storm
Storm Shadow
the dunk.
connecting with the dunk.
SLB. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Gators is absolutely backing down with literally 0 time left in. It's just absolutely rolling the rolling the Bulldogs.
Now, Rakirin back
Rakurin's-
onto the thing. I don't know how I feel about that. I understand it's frustrating playing into an Emma as Strange, but if he's careful about the Diamond Form, he is able to contest the Flyers a lot better on Strange. A lot of
But
pressure,
they
but
off the triple support and into Psylocke, the same Psylocke was
With
putting
the
in
Emma
absolute
team up.
work. Yes.
uh-oh. Langston copies Storm, but doesn't quite get the ultimate ability off.
Oh no.
No Loki ult for the side of the Georgia Bulldogs. Min and Rakirin both go down. Man,
Bulldogs have 2 alive.
they will get one last fight here as Filet Minion does also look like he's in a tremendously difficult position to live. Does end up being able to get out and charges SLB's ult up quite a lot. Caesar looking to press the tempo here.
with the ult. Forces out runes.
Gets out runes and actually does end up connecting to 2 different
Wow.
people on the side of the
Wow.
Bulldogs. Chokeslams Minion. Oh, but Caesar gets very low.
Getting a little
Ends
bit
up
overzealous. Dying anyways.
dying anyways, but is there a fire
Shinichi
tornado
getting the ult.
able to get back onto the field yet again? And yes! Oh, but
They commit
Nate
the
Step
ult.
dies, not able to get those fire tornadoes onto the ground. The Psylocke ult comes out on the side of Min. Connects with 2. Rakurin. Man,
the current score is
amazing adjustments on the side of the Bulldogs, but was it too little, too late?
switch things up, including
I don't know. All I can say is we are watching peak right now. The Gators.
you'll need a top
I mean, the Gators absolutely dominate entire points, but then the Bulldogs making some adjustments. Minjun back on yes, and they're able to. Who knows what will happen here? However, I do think if the Gators stay on the double flyer and they get both ults up, again, because we're in, because you know both teams got 3 points capped. Now there is no extra time bank for capping a point. So I think with the Fire Tornado, if they are able to get a fight, that will be GG for this map.
Yeah, you're spitting facts right now. If the Gators are able to save onto a Luna ult, a Torch ult, and a Storm ult and get it off successfully, I really don't think there's anything that the Bulldogs can do to stop it. One thing for all my Marvel rival fans that are watching right now, if you do have problems with, oh my god, I hate Storm Torch ult, there's nothing I can do about it, go Iron Man. Iron Man ult it. You can see as the Storm puts down the tornado, if it's not bubbled,
the battle starts in
you
5,
can just instantly kill the Storm and don't even have to worry about it.
2, 1.
Okay, I don't know if you're spectating Nate or not, but that is a crazy.
I actually was. That was an amazing lineup to start it all off.
That is so much damage.
But I'm actually going
30%
to
all
spectate Salty Cola because there's going to be a lot on his shoulders as he tries to fight off.
Indeed, Minjun going off the DPS here.
I would have liked to see him stay Psylocke, especially with that Emma team up. It's very oppressive. No Loki on the side of the Gators either.
The Gators conceding a lot of space, but Nate's have 50% to all. Caesar,
Jeez,
1
yeah.
HP, but able to stay alive.
And Salty
Shout out to the
Cola
support that's multi-player
eliminated
down.
by Storm Shadow.
They have no response to the Flyers, as the Flyers will get so much damage.
Valkyrian is back on this strange. No fly in the Gators backline. Wonder if he's going to be able to get away with it. Is going to be able to. SLB releases the Mantis Soul. Gators are hiding, running for their lives. Able to live through, but do give up quite a lot of space. Salty Cola connects to Shinichi, but the Gators are slow bolting in. Valkyrian is choke slammed. Will he fall down? No, he
They
won't.
have to use the Loki copy, and they do have a Luna all in the back pocket.
Yeah, but with the storm down, they're not able to get the combo off. Emma ult is committed by Minion, and the Gators essentially just giving this point up.
Indeed, I think they are indeed playing for
Man,
the whole combo.
Oh.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Langston.
Man, and credit to the Bulldogs. They're going back to their bread and butter, and they're rolling them even with just the smallest little bits of adjustment. Just an Emma now, a Hela now, into the double flyers.
Yeah, and we saw that the Hela actually got first pick with no res, but
Spawns.
they were still, the Bulldogs still able to. There's a 30-second pause. Oh no, I cannot.
Not sure what happened here. Maybe Shinichi lagged out. Nate is lagged out before. I can go check my Discord call. Let's see.
Go ahead.
Doesn't
It
look
was
like anybody.
Langston. It looks like UGA was the one that initiated the.
Oh, was it? Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder who on their team is really struggling right now. I wonder if it's Min again. He said he had computer issues in the past.
This is true, and in such a tense scenario, I think this pause might even benefit. I'm not sure who this benefits actually.
Honestly,
Because
it benefits everybody. Because you know what, Ducky? I'm tired of casting, so I can't imagine how tired the players are.
Indeed, absolutely. And I can't really see too much through the pause menu. I believe the Gators are advantage. Like they have just more.
Definitely.
But the Bulldogs have 40 seconds. So if they do decide to use the ult combo, the Bulldogs might just be able to portal back and.
I think for the Gators, they need to play very safe here. They need to probably have someone touch every now and then to make sure the card doesn't get too far. But if they're able to get that combo off with a Luna damage boost, I don't think there's much that the Bulldogs can do. Especially with only, it looks like their Luna ult online, as I believe they've already Loki copied and Mantis ulted.
Indeed. Bit of a long pause here. Are we able to ask what's going on? Does chat work in the pause menu?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, and we're back!
Oh, well, okay, get back into it. Oh, Naystep dying.
The vehicle
Okay,
reached its
30
endpoint.
seconds left.
Keep up the
The side of the Bulldogs.
Down to 30 seconds.
But, I mean, the Gators have 5 ults. I mean, it will be very hard to stop 5 ultimate abilities with only 3.
And I don't like how UF is doing damage here. They don't need to. All they need to do is get this combo off. By doing damage, they've allowed Langston to get his ultimate back online.
Because if Shinichi won his
There goes one.
Is 5.
By the eye of
Oh, it doesn't quite connect to everybody that needs to. And here it comes.
Oh my god, here's the combo. Shinichi, the torch
I am ready
combo,
to put on a show.
getting SLB, but not killing through the Luna ults.
Yeah. A bit of an overcommit by UF there. Unable to connect with people that it should connect to. Langston does end up connecting to one. There goes two. There goes
SLB, the
three.
only support
And
alive.
oh man. UF got a little lucky there. As I think the
Flaming goes
Bulldogs
down.
did an absolutely amazing job of kiting
Wow.
those ultimate abilities, but it wasn't quite enough. And UF will take map 4.
Final score.
Wow.
4-5.
I mean, they didn't quite get the combo off there. They only got one pick off, but still forcing the Luna ult and then able to get the mag dunk onto the Luna. They have no supports, no ults. GG.
Yeah, absolutely huge rock from Storm Shadow, killing the Luna. The only, well, it wasn't the only support ult available, but it was a support that would have been able to help them late that fight. With the Fire Tornado did end up separating the Bulldogs quite a bit, really stretched them thin, and I think that was eventually their downfall. So even though it didn't get the kills, it still had the impact on the game that did end up securing it for UF. And
A couple.
with a Sobble MVP, the Flex God himself. 23,000 damage, 43,000 damage blocked, and 30,000 healing. Oh my. 13 final hits as well. Did everything for the side of the Gators.
And also to note, looking at the scoreboard here, Danger had almost 60k healing,
Okay.
but also for the side of Georgia, Minja not getting MVP, but instead Filet Minion, 19 final hits on this Emma.
Yeah, and I think that's something that they should definitely continue to lean into. I'd love to see Min pull the Psylocke back out with Filet on the Emma, banning the Loki. It's something that I think that the Georgia Bulldogs have yet to explore, and I absolutely think that they should.
Subbing an Alpha instead of Langston. On the side of the Bulldogs. I mean, I kind of understand. Gators taking 2 back-to-back maps here. They just need to switch something up.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Alpha being... looks to be a very diverse player. Oh shit, looks like Sobble and Min are connecting over their Korean origins.
How do you even type in a different language?
There's like keyboards for it. But I'll admit I'm ignorant myself.
Oh, we're back to domination for map 5.
We are.
Interesting. They picked Burnin to T'Challa. Brag, you're in.
That's not Korean. Very diverse set of backgrounds here in the grand finals of the Marvel Rivals SEC tournament.
Absolutely.
Yeah, looks like the Bulldogs are just looking for a change. Maybe they don't want to run the triple support anymore and are instead leaning into the Emma.
I mean, it definitely worked for them last game. Just maybe coming a little bit too late, but coming on time in this game. We'll have to see how it plays out.
And man, what a game so far. Every single game has gone to overtime, with it just being a nail biter every single time, not knowing who is eventually going to take the map. Honestly, Ducky, it's probably going to be the same for this one.
I would not be surprised if it was. So with Alpha Exit, I didn't get a chance to look at their profile, but you diverse.
They had most time on Moon Knight. Don't know if that's something that they're going to lean into. He looks like he was a very diverse player. I'm not sure exactly what he plays. Rocket Band coming out from UF here.
Banning the Rocket, I mean, they're able to get so much work done off of the back of getting first pick. And again, the Wolverine first ban coming through. Both teams solidified their first bans. They know what they want to ban.
Interested to see what the Bulldogs do here.
Indeed, what are they trying to run?
Will the Gators
What do
choose
they
to save
say?
Emma with their first save? I'm curious to see. Mantis yet again. Looks like SLB
maybe.
back on the Mantis.
Now, Gators, curious to see if they're gonna repeat last game's first save and pick absolutely nothing. They decide not to, and they do save the load.
Good save. We'll prevent Min from being able to go Psylocke. Ban the Groot again.
You've been Groot.
Interesting.
I mean, I get it. Groot's such a force on domination.
And they do ban the Wolverine, so something to suspect. Banning out the Torch. They were tired of it. They were sick of it.
But now, because the Torch is second ban, Gators might be looking to play Hulk.
They would. They might just be able to. And honestly, I'd love to see. Like we've been talking about it a little bit all series, but the Iron Man. The Iron Man is able to come out. They're saving the Hawkeye there for Min, but like I've said before, I really would love to see the Psylocke tested, especially with the Emma from Filet Mignon 69.
Absolutely. We saw the SVP of last match for the Bulldogs on the Emma. 19 final hits, more than any other. I don't even think anybody else had double digits, but it looks like the Gators do save the Hulk.
And what will be their final ban? Any guesses?
Oh!
Interesting.
Wow. Really leaning in to just get, I mean, yeah, the Bulldogs banning Namor, getting rid of the Hulk team up.
Pick your hero. Or
But-
villain. I'm not judging.
I don't know. In the absence of Emma, I agree. He did so much work last game. However, this game, with no Emma, Bracurin on the Strange, as we see, he selects. He can just, once again, get so much value.
Yeah, yeah, and we've talked about it before, but the Emma has been an issue for the Bulldogs the entire series. I wonder if the Gators were just. I think quite honestly, Filet Mignon 69 or diffed them.
I credit to Filet Minion
30
69.
seconds before you
I think he
attack.
did.
Get
And we
ready.
saw him on support. He played one game of tank and Aura ban.
Yeah.
Shoutouts.
Shout out Filet Mignon 69. But this does allow Storm to go Hulk, and
Be impertinent, it seems.
I mean that's always just going to be dangerous. It is, and Hulk is a soft counter to Strange. You're able to bubble his ults. You're able to exile him before he gets them off.
Dive. Caesar on the Luna for triple support.
Got it?
The Bulldog's going to portal, but with the speed of the dive comp and the Jeff bubbles, I don't know if they're able to get position advantage. Okay, able to get on high ground. Gators
A knife?
not play dive up until this point. This is the other. The
Very interested to see how this works. I don't think I've ever seen them practice this composition, quite frankly.
I haven't either. Sobble D,
But it is
low
quite good.
HP, no E.
But Min goes down. Storm connecting with the kill. The dive. Now here's the thing. The Hawkeye is scary. Min's Hawkeye is very scary, and he's already forced off of it. He has to go to Psylocke here.
Yep. But then again, that is Psylocke without the Emma team up to the ban from the Gators.
Oh, and a pick onto Nate step here. Not absolutely devastating, but Sobble goes down
I
as
picked on
well.
Sobble too.
And
Now that
Storm
might
is
be
Team Mag.
devastating.
Seems like
Team Mag.
UF got just a little overzealous there.
Yeah. Losing in the neutral there. Only able to get 16% off the back of their first point count.
Well played by the Bulldogs there. Just kind of backing up, knowing they lost the first fight, waiting for the UF to make a mistake, and they end up doing so.
Yeah, because they were able to turn the tide so quickly, the Bulldogs have 2 support on one. While the Gators have none. Oh, Shinichi goes down?
Shinichi goes down.
Absolutely zero
Amazing
support.
pick from Salty Cola. Early on, those stairways aren't broken to the top right. And, well, Salty Cola
Indeed.
taking
I mean-
advantage.
Absolutely. And that stagger is crucial as Minjun goes in.
Ooh, Min's going in, but lamps were not forced.
they
Luna
have
Wolf
to
is also
use
committed.
Double D.
Sobble with a double
my
kill.
God.
Frit,
With a commit back.
a huge strange ult, but I don't think it will be enough. The Psylocke ult is also committed here on the side of UF.
Oh my god.
Bulldogs
Sobble D
currently
flex
on
pop.
full retreat.
Oh, but Ace of Blow? Able to get out, maybe?
Oh no, Shinichi
Oh,
dashing right
no.
into the mag bomb. Nate Step also going down.
Bulldogs get 3 while, mind you, maintaining point possession.
Yeah,
And
a dominating win on the side of the Bulldogs.
and Andrew, they lost.
Okay, admit it.
They lost. They peeled so hard, and then were able to turn the tide as the Gator. Like they were playing in such a far up position that in the time it took them to walk back, the supports came back, the pigs came back, and they were able to turn the tide. 90%.
Storm going to be able to touch here with his ultimate, and no freeze from Filet.
Your powers are mine!
So far, the
Okay,
swaps.
so we will be going into overtime as Storm is on the point, looking to do work. No bubble on the side of Bulldogs.
And here comes the Hulk
Here's
ult.
two.
Shields up. Going to be able to
Oh
stay
my
alive,
God.
but SLB.
Shadow gets
Does
SLB
fall
out of
down.
the ultimate.
Storm causing havoc in the backline right now, forcing bubble and clap from the side of the
No,
Bulldogs.
Cracker has another ult. Might be looking for it again here. He does. He gets 3.
Oh, and an absolutely massive ult.
Wow.
Oh, but
And
the
it's-
Bulldogs,
it's-
quite frankly, over-ulting at the end there, committing both Psylocke ult and Luna ult to take that.
Indeed. But it's an argument of whether it's worth it or not, but they do cap the point. So there is an argument that it was definitely. But I mean, UF has been so dominant in getting fixed throughout this match, like this entire set. But the Bulldogs really able to work on their counter pushing.
Get ready.
Able to peel back, hard peel, and then go back in, get a crucial counter pick, and capitalizing for, I believe, a 100% to like 15%.
But that kind of
Win.
violence isn't really my style.
If you came from my world, you would have little
Interested to see how the Gators will adjust.
Looks like they're going to the res comp here.
4, 3, 2,
Caesar
They are
and
going to
Nate
res.
on their Lord characters.
I forgot Caesar on the floor to Adam. That's crazy. But Bracurin, portaling the
Or
point
early
here.
portal here, going straight to point.
Oh, it looks like, yeah, they're on full res cup. Shinichi getting off the house.
Bracurin instantly eating the left side of the map so they can play that high ground. Gonna be interesting to see how that's
Wow.
going to play out. Look at that.
That's an advanced play right there.
Advanced play for sure.
Storm Shadow, low HP. And they're pushing the tempo with the Mantis ult. Salvo D committing back with a Meteor Meatball. Not quite able to land it onto the... But okay, Gator's committing everything. Storm Shadow gets a pick.
Oh man, but it's working.
Follow Meatball back. Not able to get a pick though.
There
And
goes
Gator-
2, there goes 3,
Wait, wait,
and
no.
the res, and they haven't
Hopefully
even
they'll
had
get
to
a
use
pick.
any of their reses. Well, Nate might have to here.
Yeah.
And the only thing that the Bulldogs were able to force out there really was Nate Step's res. Gators with a clean fight using just Star-Lord, Compi, and Magult.
on our way to victory.
Indeed. And the Bulldogs, no ults online right now. Bracurin coming soon. And
Min
what a
switching
force
to the
right.
Hela.
Strong together. Focus on the
Now, Hela does counter Star-Lord,
end is nigh.
so I do like this swamp here for the side of the Bulldogs.
Now, it is interesting to know, with the rescom does come Adams. Adam plays for
So
back
be.
and oh,
Goes down early by a
So
big
goes down,
snipe
so
by
does
Caesar.
Shinichi.
Hulk smash
Of course,
going
Hulk.
in.
But he-
Shinichi
Wait,
was
Gators
picked,
are up 1 because
but he's
of the res.
rezzed.
Hulk putting in absolute work here.
There's the
Bracurin
final
so
blow.
low.
There's the second one.
Delay minion.
Storm going absolutely
Oh my
insane
God.
right now.
Storm Shadow.
Showing why they say
With
that
his
whole.
Hulk at 3.
Ooh, that's a soul bond from the side of the Gators. They won't have that for next fight.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Oh, Ninja getting off the Hela as he was about to get ult.
I do like to swap the Bucky here too, though. They have a Loki. Your ult is going to be very, very good. For coming this high ground, very good decision from the side of the Bulldogs. I think it kind of took the Gators by surprise. With Shinichi coming up on that second ult. Bulldogs
Hey,
committing one of
go
their
ahead.
3 support ults here. Nate Step responding with his.
Gators committing
Caesar
back,
does go
but
down,
Black-
but I believe he does have res.
The Luna ult runs out. Brackeron 1 HP. They have to commit their other support ult too.
Oh
And Fear
man,
Magneto out.
there's the second support ult from the side of the Bulldogs. Or third support ult, and guess what the Gators have online?
Need assistance.
They just res their Star-Lord.
We might not even need to see it.
Really won't. Oh man, Salty Cola committing the mag ult there. Shinichi able
And
to
the
save.
strange ult.
These are a lot of ults that I would not like to see the Bulldogs
Wow.
commit. I think they just
committing
need to give this
everything.
fight. Because the next fight might not just be theirs. The Bulldogs with their closest ult being 30%. Meanwhile, Storm Shadow with his Hulk ult that we saw get 3. Shinichi with his Star-Lord ult that we also saw get 3. Online, well, the Bulldogs are sitting with none.
And this might just be a testament to how long this match has gone on. It is the 5th map after all, but the Bulldogs uncharacteristically using 3 ults. Now I understand if Brackeron is swapping to the Hulk, using the Strange ult, getting it off, that's fine. Minjun, I guess he's swapping too. They are trying to mirror, but
Peter Quill.
Salty Cola sticking on the mag, using that ult, I don't know. With no response to the Star-Lord ult, we might just, it might just be a legendary fight from the Gators to just clean up quickly.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3,
Here's Shinichi, by the way.
1.
One final blow.
All you
Really?
need to do is
Yeah.
capture the mission area.
I did not see that.
Got it?
Storm Shadow is 10. I mean, yeah, ban the Hulk or fear the Hulk.
Those are your two options when you're playing him.
I'm gonna expectation here.
Back
early,
here,
'cause the
going
Bulldog-
on to the Hulk though. Curious to see what he's able to do here.
Yep.
Goes for the early flank here. I like what I'm seeing. Nate does miss the sleep, a perfectly
Oh,
timed bubble.
legendary comes out with no response. Oh, they have Soulbond. Salty Cola not importantly not Soulbond. Shinichi maybe getting a little bit overzealous, but no.
And it's creating enough space to where the Bulldogs aren't able to touch, and now they're forced so far back, and the Hulk ult is just about to get a lot of value. Well, maybe not as much as I thought it would, but definitely forces them back.
Wow,
And Caesar with 2 finals there.
Wow.
Huge plays from him.
Caesar, more finals than Shinichi. Third most finals on the team, on this Adam. Basically doing a DPS work. I
Absolutely.
can almost see back there.
This time I need
And
healing.
the Gators
Going
once
in
again,
with tempo, with the Mantis ult. This is a very big commit from the side of the Gators.
Minjun commits 2, but with the legendary,
Soulbond.
comes to Magol. Magol gets nothing.
Oh, and Brackeron is able to backcap. What a play!
Wait, I didn't even see that. Wait, what a play! And now,
Oh, Storm catches Min out of the air and slams him onto the ground.
I am ready to put on a show.
yeah.
Salty
Monkey
Cola
Puppy
does go down
out.
from Nate, and
Now,
he is not going to be
Shinichi-
rezzed because he doesn't have one.
Yep, the legendary comes out.
Alpha,
and
Rez
no
going on
response.
ahead and rezzing Salty Cola, making sure they have the mag in the fight. Min being rezzed as well. SLB too. So although
He got pushed up to the res.
all these picks
Goes
are
down to
going in
cover.
UF's favor, they're all being rezzed at the moment, and the Bulldogs still have the point. Brackeron absolutely showing his dominance to Storm right now.
Wow. I mean, oh,
Big
The-
res from the side of Caesar.
Adam
Getting 3
Rez
here.
gets 3 as Shinichi kills SLB.
And,
There's two
and
supports
Storm,
down to
and
the side of
Storm
the
is still
Bulldogs.
in the
no
Bulldogs
supports.
backline with his ultimate ability.
They have no supports,
I
but an
may
ult.
have spoken too soon.
What an ult from Caesar. Resing his team, allowing them to get the picks on the supports and getting them a point.
So
However,
far, the Atom
because-
swap has been absolutely paying off. He is-
Because of the background from Brackeron, 58% from the Bulldogs, the game would be over right now.
It would. It would.
Andrew, the game would be over.
It would.
But because of that back cap, it's an even
Brackeron
game.
putting his
Oh,
team on his
shit.
back. Early pick onto Min.
Go for
The
a bubble
Bulldogs are
spin.
going to have to back up. Bubble spin comes out from the side of the Gators. And man, they are just pushing the tempo.
So hard here, yeah. And
Back.
Shinichi has
Soulbond
another
comes
ult.
out from the side of the Bulldogs. Also commit Mantis ult. Soulbond from the side of the Gators comes out. Min is ulting in, but it's countered by both Mantis ult and The fucking
legendary
rock
battle.
connects.
Infinity
SOB
won the
goes
counter.
down. Min goes down to the counter. Star-Lord ult. It's looking dire for the side of the Bulldogs. They're going to have to portal in order to touch. Storm with his Hulk ult going in. There's one.
I think because of the Hulk ult, they don't have the breathing room to get the Strange Portal.
I would agree, except for Brakyurin.
Minion is
Brakyurin,
the
going
one
to
that
be able to
swaps.
touch, knows that his team is stuffed into spawn.
Oh, they do get the portal.
And,
With Minjun
and,
on the
and
Hawkeye.
honestly, the Bulldogs can take this. Absolutely.
Absolutely, it's anyone's game here.
Brakyurin
Gators
jumping to Adam.
with the
Doesn't
copy.
want him to get the res off.
Bulldogs are able
But
to
Alpha goes
outlive.
down first. Does he have res?
Pure Magneto comes
Nate
out,
goes
decides to
down,
support,
though.
Getting nobody. Sword Shadow gets
Brakyurin
one.
down.
Alpha
SOB
gets
down.
himself.
Alpha reses himself.
The Bulldogs are in shambles. Can they keep the contest going?
Filet has it.
They do.
There goes
have
Salty
mana
Cola.
power.
But here
Oh,
comes the counter res from Caesar, who has been absolutely electrifying this last map on Adam. He does fall down though.
By the eye of
Ayu
Agamotto.
Agamotto
There comes
from Filet
two.
Minion.
Second chances over.
Gets two. It's still anyone's game. But two down for the side of the Bulldogs.
Only
Filet
Adam
Minion goes down
heals.
two, And Double D has the meatball.
Will Brakyurin be able to get this Hulk smash off? Not
And they won't be.
quite.
Gators.
The Gators
Gator-
win it
They
all.
won? Well, actually, they win this set.
Oh,
We have to play the
yeah,
best of five.
my fault. I forgot. It's a best of 13 essentially, or whatever it is.
Yeah. But
My
Gators putting on a play here. They got 0-3 in winners finals, and now in grands they get dominance, pulling a 4-1 win for set one.
and honestly, though all of those matches were so close, so many amazing plays from both sides.
Absolutely. I mean, all of the players putting in work. Honestly, from both sides, we've seen everybody do their share. This was just an excellent display of.
I think I've seen peak rivals right here. Both of these teams.
I agree.
So much
100%.
respect.
And both teams, more than just being good at one strategy, able to execute a wide variety of strategy.
Yeah,
We've seen so many different team comps in this set.
adjustments were made. We just reading what Caesar said.
Surely, right? I'm a little,
Surely, I
a
think.
little tired of casting.
Oh
At
my
this-
goodness.
at this-
I'm sure everybody is exhausted. I thought today too. Are we gonna keep going?
Are we gonna keep going? Andrew, would you like to pull the casters our time? Okay, so it looks like they will be playing the match another time. The commentators, we do get a break, thankfully.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Is this was winners finals, but now there's yet another match, Ducky?
So, what the set that was just played was grand finals. Because the Bulldogs came in from the winner's side, they were allowed to. The Bulldogs essentially only have to win one match. The Gators have to win two.
I see. All right, let's join general and party with people. All right, thank you
Well, on
everybody for
stream? On
coming.
stream question mark? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
End the
gonna
stream
wrap it
first. Yeah, end the
Thank you
stream
everybody for
first.
watching. That was an absolutely amazing game. Can't wait for the rematch. Hopefully I'll be casting that one as well. But
Absolutely.
thank you for tuning in. And shout out Ducky for commentating with me, of course.
It was a pleasure.
Absolute pleasure. All right. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
chat.